Oh, okay. I thought something happened.
No.
When I hear that song, I think of the 2007 NBA
Sing that shit
Finals.
again?
Let's get it started, ha. Let's get it started in here. Savon is laughing because he thinks I'm singing my doppelganger.
But don't look at me like in my eyes when you sing that song like that. And rubbing your lips with like the Blistex. Don't do that ever
your
again
buddy.
in your life. Like I really love you, bro, but I really don't love you like that.
You do.
Like I love you, but like he was trying to. I felt like he was trying to seduce me.
I'm not. Nah, I ain't trying to do that right now.
Okay.
Who tries to seduce people by singing Black Eyed Peas?
Nah, singing it and looking into his eyes. While
I
rubbing his
mean,
lips.
are Black Eyed Peas an aphrodisiac?
What?
I could tell what type. I get your energy today. I feel it. What's going on, Need to Know Podcast family? We are back with another episode. We appreciate you for being here with us. We understand. We hear you. We hear you. We hear you. Yeah. But thank you. And while you're here, please make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff while you're here listening to the podcast. We are available on Apple, Spotify, I believe SoundCloud, Google Podcast, Patreon, and wherever you listen to your podcast. So thank you, as always, for being here with us. With that being said, I go by the name Savon.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy A.
And we have the amazing, the Mixie, the
Don't
Queen.
do that.
You the queen, bro. You the queen of the festivals, bro.
I've been to like
Fest.
one.
Nah, Queen Fest, bro. You
been
Queen
to all of
Fest,
them.
bro. You've been everywhere. We got Reggie in the building, and I wish we had a drum roll machine. Devon Terrell is here with us in spirit as
Wait,
always,
hold up.
but
What did you just do?
You can't do that?
Damn, that was mad good.
yo, you Dominican?
You know what I mean?
That nigga was rolling his
Just a little
R's
bit, you know,
crazy.
Just a little bit, you know.
Your mouth a beat
Hey,
machine?
yo. It's the romance languages. If you could roll your R's, you good.
With
didn't-
what?
I never heard of that.
If you could just roll your R's with your tongue, pause.
I'm good with what?
Like saying, like doing that. You know, I'd be like, que lo que papi, right?
Oh my
Pero
gosh.
cógelo,
This
mi
nigga just
mochila.
turned like drill in the uptown
Oh,
into like.
it's because you speak Creole.
Yeah, and French.
I love.
Wow.
Creole.
I love that.
If you're wondering who you're listening to right now, that is Pierre, our guy, our in-house videographer.
Yes.
What's up, man?
Tune in to the
what I don't like?
YouTube
You know what I
because
don't
he's
like
on
about
camera.
niggas?
What's up?
You know what I don't like? Like
What's up?
I
I'ma
don't
tell you
like
what I don't
when
like about
people
niggas in a
keep
second.
me off guard.
Okay.
Like I've been waiting to turn the cameras on just to say this. I don't really like that shit, right?
That's why you get
We've been
uncomfortable
knowing
over it.
Pierre for a very long time.
Here we go.
I ain't never seen this drip.
Oh, I got you. You ready?
I've never seen the drip,
got
the
you.
layout, the
Save
shoe.
on, save on. This is what happened when you got a happy wife.
A good one.
Yeah, she start dressing you.
Okay.
You never got dressed before?
I ain't never been
By
dressed.
somebody?
I've never been dressed.
I've never been dressed?
by somebody?
By
I've
my
been
mom,
dressed.
my grandmother, by a woman.
That ain't dressed, nigga.
I don't
I've
know.
never-
I don't know.
That's
I
grown.
don't because I love fashion, but I don't want to dress my man. I don't.
You
But
don't?
you never made
You
a
know,
suggestion?
I.
Like,
But what if?
Well, I don't know because my man is good at dressing, so
And thank God. But what if he wasn't and you wanted to go to
I
a
would
nice?
not date a man that can't dress.
Oh shit! Don't worry.
Because I feel like
Me
I feel
either.
like that. I'm sorry if that's weird to say, but I feel like if he's really bad
Mm-hmm.
at dressing, like that has a lot to do with your personality.
Nah. We just so this is
don't
what we do. We
know.
just bring the personality to them.
I
If
feel like
Shorty-
he's not cool.
No, that's okay.
Really
That's okay.
bad.
If Shorty can't dress, we just bring all the dates home.
No,
What happened?
no public area for
no. I want to be out and about with my man.
Okay, so this is what we could do. You know how they got the private rooms when you go to one of them nice restaurants?
I
You
ainve
know-
never been
You're
there.
not about to make me rush
I never
into
been there.
the-
I never been. To
You
a
never been
pri-
there? No,
to a
you've been
private-
there.
I never been to a
No, you've
private
been
room.
there.
In a restaurant. I've never been.
Never been there?
Not
Say
that
one.
established.
That's 'cause
the
everybody-
money, with the money you got.
I don't.
You never
don't
been
do
there.
that. Don't do that.
Pierre, that just means everybody could dress.
That does seem like a
Don't do
Savon
that.
thing. A
It
private
would
room.
be. It would be, but
Yeah.
I haven't. I've never been dressed by a woman, and I haven't been into like a private room with a girl yet. So
Damn.
I still got. It's levels
When
to
you gonna
life.
start living?
It's levels to life still. Like maybe I gotta put out like a call to action. Like
Yeah, right now.
love me.
Put a little call to action. Who can I take to a private room? Not the one y'all thinking about either.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you a single female in the comments,
Please no, we are not. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. What we will do though, I'm gonna encourage everybody. If you want to turn $5 into 5,000, holla at your
Let's
boy.
go. My
All
favorite
right.
topic.
I
want
ain't
to
gonna
talk
hold
about
you.
this.
you gotta
Hey,
get
stay here.
If you want to turn 60 into 60 grand, just holla at your boy.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
he's dead ass.
I'm not
He's
gonna
dead
lie.
ass.
Do you sleep with your eyes open at night?
What you mean? Why you talking to me like that?
I think you should.
Why? Why would I do such a thing?
Pierre Reggie,
bro.
you mute up over there, homie. Listeners, we have an in-house parlay guru.
Fact.
Okay.
I'm starting to think he's got like an inside man or something. There's
don't.
gotta be
Talking
some
about
type of,
his
like,
FanDuel
insider trading
skills.
kind of thing.
Thank you. We're talking sports betting right now, right? So if you sports bet, we have an in-house guru. I'm talking about could turn 8 cents to 8K.
Facts. You know
No,
how
we're
Drake-
not joking
Close
though. Like
enough.
I want the people to know
Yeah.
we're not like joking. We're dead
Yeah.
ass.
You know how
like,
you know how Drake posts every time he what's it called stake?
Stake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He
what
always
we
but
up.
he be
Yeah.
betting like
Save
$2
on.
million.
Yeah. But you wanna know why I fuck with Drake? See, Drake gonna post a play.
Facts.
He let you know if you want to partake. Let me tell you about our in-house gambler. I was like, I hit Savon on a day he hit real good. I say, yo, say you the greatest, man.
He did.
I say, yo, bro, these niggas can't even fuck with you.
He did.
I'm like, yo, these niggas lose their money when they bet.
I do also encourage him every time.
She does.
You know,
Whenever I hit, Reggie's the first person I think about.
what an honor.
For whatever, I don't know why. Like
Yeah.
whenever I hit, I'm like, yo, Reggie's gonna be so fucking proud of me.
Because I'd be so happy. I'd be showering him with the
Yeah, she
affirmations,
does,
you know.
she does.
Mad
I'm like,
affirmations.
Savon, great job. You're the chosen one.
She does.
And he is. I'm gassing him up good. I then go, hey, Savon, next time you put a play in Playboy,
Hit me.
just send it over.
Yeah.
Here go this motherfucker the next day, 8 to 8K, boom.
But
So no, mute up.
And he posted.
And he posted. So mute up.
He didn't even reach out, no nothing.
So mute up. I want to know why the what do we call you guys? The gurus. Why do the sports? Is it a superstitious thing?
You
why,
don't tell people?
Why do y'all only tell the play after y'all won?
you know what it
What
is?
the fuck is that about?
with this
Gatekeeping.
sports gambling thing, right? I'm so happy that it's like legal in New York.
Me too.
But with sports gambling, like you have to be prepared to lose your money. That's the thing. People aren't
trying to say a
prepared
nigga
to
like
lose
me
their
ain't
money.
prepared.
I don't know about
That's
that.
why I can't fully do it.
Me
I
neither.
can't. I'm not a very what we talked about is mad time. I can't take that. You know how it's high risk, high reward.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't take that.
Watch
high
this,
risk.
Reggie. I still trade options.
Do you really?
Yeah, to this. I actually did one this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But is it as volatile as
Even
Sports?
I think it's in the same realm because you can try and track a chart.
Okay.
You can try to assume you know what the market is going to do. So let me tell. I'll break down my play real quick that I did this week, right? The U.S. currency, right? It's having some influx up and down.
Yeah.
We've heard that other countries are
Oh,
not prioritizing it
is it?
anymore. We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Long story short, I did an option play predicting that Alibaba, which is a Chinese company, is probably going to do well. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
They did well for a second, but again, it could be as volatile because, like with sports, you might think LeBron might have 25 tonight.
Yeah.
and that's a pretty safe bet, but it could go left.
yeah?
It can.
They can have 24.
Yeah,
That's why I don't like send out what I.
you want
Because
to
you
be
do
the
it
only.
sometimes.
No, because I don't want to be responsible for your heartbreak. Because I know what it's like
That's a
to
good way
put
to spin
no
it, Moncada.
legit. I don't want to be responsible for your heartbreak. I've seen so many times where I've lost a $10,000 leg by one person not
God
doing one
damn.
thing.
I
And that
can't.
type of heartbreak, like it's discouraging. It'll fuck you up. It'll fuck you up mentally. So I don't want to put that on my people. So
No,
what
no.
I will do, I'm gonna just win.
No, but if they join you, that's like it's like at their own risk. I agreed
Yeah.
to be in this like group or something.
sure.
So it's not your
Absolutely.
fault,
To
Savon.
assume the risk.
If I lose, it's my fault for even joining to
Yeah,
listen to
it's
you.
a disclaimer, but then that's a lot of pressure. Like I don't want to have to
Pressure.
bet thinking about you.
So you just want to be
So
the
don't
only.
worry about them.
The only one up.
You just want to be the only winner.
Honestly,
So
I
he
feel
could
that.
brag.
Nah.
Look what I did.
Because you know, Savon is not the. Yo, I know other people that are like this as well. I'm like, oh, so y'all just gonna send a play after a hit.
I feel that.
There's a lot of trial and error in it. You know what I'm
that's a
saying? It's
fact.
like a game of life.
That's a fact.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
I don't know.
Ebbs and
if you-
flows.
Yeah.
what you do, I wouldn't call trial and error because you up all the time.
All the time.
No, but he only posts his wins.
Exactly. I lose way more than I win. It's just
Really?
I lose way
How
more
much?
than I
What's the
win.
biggest thing that you lost, if you don't mind sharing?
Biggest
I've
amount.
the biggest I've
Wrong
bet,
question.
500.
That's the wrong question.
like 800. I
Okay,
bet,
see, I can't do that.
I
said
bet-
that so
I can't do
calm.
that.
I bet, but it's because I won a nice
10
lump
grand.
sum. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck
Yeah,
it. Let me
yeah.
just do
I
a little
mean-
8. I'm gonna try to turn this 8
Yeah.
into like
You can
know,
put in. You can put in 4
5,000.
tickets when you made 100,000 off one.
So to paint the picture that for people who don't really know or like did not miss I mean
Right.
did not catch the story, Savon would literally post his wins and it'll be like he bet like $60 and won like $8 grand. Like
Yeah.
we're not exaggerating. Like
Yeah.
that's why we like admire him.
No, we do. Absolutely.
I appreciate
Wait,
that.
can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, so to put this in perspective for the ladies, let me know if this makes sense. So when Savon posts those screenshots, and men do that a lot. They post their wins or whatever. When he posts that on a story for a woman, it's like you posting your ass, and it's like, and you
Great
know.
analogy.
I see the
No,
correlation.
hold on,
Great
I'm not
analogy.
done. and your ass, like you know, you have the fattest butt in the friend group,
You know it's juicy.
and you know everybody wants to be you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Savon, when he posts that, he knows
Yes.
all the men want to be him.
Yes. And when you do your
That
thirst
makes
traps,
like that's really what it's like.
That was a great
and
analogy.
then when you do
Yeah.
your thirst traps, you tell your homegirls, "Oh no, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, but I'm
let
posting
me
it 'cause-
let me to post
yes,
the booty."
Like it's like being the biggest
Yeah.
booty. It's like the being the big booty friend.
Nah, I am the big booty friend. I ain't
Thing-
gonna. I'm gonna
thing-
claim
Because
that.
all these guys,
I'ma claim that.
all these guys are on FanDuel trying to win. And here comes fucking Savon
Yeah,
winning 10 grand, and he
tough.
posts it.
More men reach out to me when I hit than like women do.
I know they're
like
jealous.
all the guys
like,
be in my DMs like, "Hey,
and-
bro,
yeah,
it's
all the
me
guy-
again."
It's all the guys and me. I'd be like, great job.
like, yeah, I like that actually.
His
That's
most
a good
recent one that
analogy.
he posted,
Yeah.
I reacted to it on a story and he hit me. He was like, "Yo, I'm up. Yo,
I'll
it's
be
me. I'm him."
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna give a little bit of context, and we can kind of move on because I
Yeah.
want to hear about Dreamville.
Yeah.
So
facts. Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
I think I don't even want to go through like all the elements of how this happened, but
Yeah.
I was extremely excited because every day this is what I do. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of game, a little bit of game, a little bit of game.
Here we go.
A little
Oh,
routine,
finally.
a little
Every
routine.
single day, I will.
I've been waiting.
I will-
Oh man, it only took a year. Oh shit. No, go. I'm sorry.
every day, I will
this
submit
down.
a FanDuel ticket, right? That will equate to a $10,000 payout. Right?
Every day.
Every day.
Almost every day, if there's a slate of basketball, let's say 5 out of the 7 days of the week, I will put a ticket in that's going to equate to $10,000 if I do in fact hit
In total,
in total.
if you win, if all of your tickets hit.
So you have
No,
to
just one
spend.
ticket.
So you have to spend like something every day, like $50 every day. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. So I'm
Okay,
doing
okay.
about maybe 25, 50, whatever every single day.
Damn.
I'm looking at the games.
You heard him.
And I don't win every day, which is why I keep saying I lose more than I win.
Okay.
But every single day for like the last maybe 4 months,
Yeah.
I've been putting in a ticket that will equate to a $10,000 payout.
Yeah.
And so on this particular night, I was watching my ticket. I was clearing legs. I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. And so when I actually hit and won,
Yeah.
I felt like, holy shit, I saved up my whole life to do it. So when
Wow.
Pierre reached out to me, I was just excited to be
Real-
like, oh, wow, here, I did this.
Real quick, you know who we are before we get to Dreamville? You know who you are?
Who?
You the smart kid in the class, right?
Okay.
That is trying to tell the classroom, yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this test, nah,
Facts.
I don't know.
Yes.
And then you go take the motherfucking test,
Yeah.
and everybody else failed.
And you get an A
And
plus.
you get like a 100.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're all
With-
just like, what
with
the
the extra
fuck?
credit.
yeah, with the extra credit. But it's all right, though. I'm gonna take some notes from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to your extra
Yeah,
credit.
but start low. Low stakes. Start with low stakes.
Terrible
Like if you
idea.
can afford to do like
Yeah.
$5, do $5. Start with
Yeah.
$5, then build up your tolerance. I don't want people going broke for this shit because
That's
I'm
why
the
I don't
type
do it.
like
I don't-
I've
I can't
I've
stand losing
definitely
money.
spent my last dollar from an HBO check and donated it to FanDuel and did it with a
See,
fucking dime.
that is
You
not
know?
healthy.
But when you hit for that 10 bands,
Yeah.
you feel
And
like
it's
him.
it's like addicting. That's why people keep doing it.
It's addicting because you feel like, yo, I'm so close.
So we talk about it on the podcast
Damn.
all the time. Like
Yeah.
I'm a competitive person, right?
Right.
Everything in my life is sports related.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
God didn't bless me with Pierre's muscles, right? I can't get on the field and compete in that way. So
take that.
my form of competition is beating Vegas and taking their money.
Okay.
That's how I
I'm not mad
compete.
at that. I'm not mad
That's
at
how I
that.
compete.
Only when you don't send shit over.
My fault, gang. My fault, gang.
It's all right, though.
He's selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, my
What's
bad.
up, Reg? What's up? How you feeling, man? You good?
I'm
This is
good.
outside.
Yeah. You was outside and shit,
You
right?
smelling like a little bit of Drake,
A little bit of cold.
a little bit of Cole.
That's some Usher? Usher on
That's
you?
that herpes.
Ursher.
Oh, my fault.
Was Boston?
Not on
Don't
you.
do
Not
that.
on, not on you.
Don't
not
do
on
that to our guy.
you. On Ush. But I love Ush. Shout out to Usher.
Usher.
How was it? Dreamville.
So I attended Dreamville Fest this past weekend.
Thank God.
And I want to lead by, okay, so I love Dreamville Fest. J. Cole's my favorite rapper. This is I went the first year. It was absolutely magical. I was there by myself because I went for work purposes and I had no +1. So I was just
This
wandering
time
there.
or last year?
The first year.
Okay.
And this year, when they sent out the announcement, I got the where to sign up for press and stuff. And I don't know what is up with me, but I just did not want to be at the festival working this time because when you know how to work, when you work like really big events, you're like there all day, and then you have to go home, work all through the night, and all that. And I've done that recently. I still work events. I've worked a lot of events this year so far, but for this time, I just wanted to relax. I really wanted to go there with my boyfriend, with my friends, and really have fun.
So it's not fun going as a journalist, because I'm sure.
No, for people it is.
Yeah,
It
because
is.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't realize that the journalists that attend these festivals, I think they always assume that you guys are just having so much fun, but it's work, you're saying too, right?
Some people go just because they have a pass. Some people go because they work, and it's an enjoyable experience, and it's very rewarding to work it. But just this one time, I want to be a normal person amongst the crowd. I just felt like I just really wanted to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then God was like, "I'm gonna make you enjoy it even more with that mindset, because literally everything was going so smooth. My flight was great. Everything got there on time. Outfits, everyone was feeling great and hydrated. And it was my turn to order the Uber. So I was like, okay, guys, I was ready to order the Uber. And my phone just shuts off.
Damn.
My phone just shuts off. Like I can't even turn it on.
And
Like
your battery wasn't low?
no, it wasn't. It was fully charged. I had 2 portable chargers. Like it just shut off. And I was like, you could ask. I have a witness. My boyfriend, our friend Denise.
Yeah.
I just looked at. I was like,
Did the Uber
like
ride go through?
I didn't freak out at all. I have witnesses. I know if this is growth, because I didn't freak out not 1%. I was like,
Somebody else got it.
Yeah.
this is what it's.
That probably
Yeah.
really allowed you to like enjoy the
That's
moment.
what I'm saying.
You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I said
saying? Yeah.
God doubled down on me just really being present, because he didn't even allow me to take videos of
Yeah.
what I was seeing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I was gonna say I looked on your story and I didn't see really. I
yeah,
saw
and you would
one or
think,
two
and
things.
I genuinely love capturing memories. I don't just do it for the gram, but I love just, I'm not one of those people who they're like, oh, stop recording this concert, you have to live in the moment. I'm both. Like, I want to record, I love having videos, and I also do live in the moment. So I love taking videos and stuff like that. So I'm not against people being on their phones, and I was really excited to capture, content for our Patreon. I was gonna vlog it. But my phone it really just shut off. Like, it was crazy. And then I was like, okay. So I just lived in the moment.
Roll with it.
And it wasn't a safety concern, because that would be my first thing. Like, I have to contact people. But I was like, no, I'm gonna just stay with who I came with. So safety wasn't a concern. I really saw Usher, like the GOAT, and he's So Usher, he is the definition of a seasoned professional performer. Like, he is just, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for 2 decades. Like, it was an incredible experience, but I didn't even record it. I was just really in the moment, and I had an amazing time. And I don't think we realized we're gonna look back on this, and this was really like a cultural moment, like seeing J. Cole and Drake up there hugging, bringing out Lil Wayne. For our generation, that means so much to witness that. So I'm just really thankful. Yeah.
2010s, that's us.
Usher throwing his Usher bucks out.
Huh? I don't know. I don't think so. But he
Be
was.
honest.
Oh my god.
Be
I don't-
honest. Be honest, right?
I don't know. You guys saw
So,
all the videos. It was incredible.
For
Like,
those that are listening, right, I think day 1 or day 2 of Dreamville Fest was on April 1st.
oh my god. Yeah.
Right,
The
so be honest,
the first
right?
day that was Usher. Yeah.
Be honest. How hard did you scream when he joked about Beyonce coming out?
if anyone in the crowd, so for people that don't know what we're referring to, in the middle of a set, everyone's on a high, and he's like, and I promise I'll make this special. Ladies and
Brought it down and
gentlemen,
all that.
everybody, Beyonce. And if anyone tells you that they didn't believe it, they're lying. The whole crowd, we all
Everybody bought
genuinely believed it. We all were screaming our
Y'all dumb.
heads off.
No, but why wouldn't you believe it? It's Usher.
Y'all dumb.
Like, why wouldn't you believe it?
'Cause
One of
it's
my
April
brothers,
1st.
he said, but you're
No,
not
but you
thinking
don't
that
think-
in the
No,
moment.
you think in the
Nah,
moment,
you're not
you think
thinking
I
you
was
would-
born in April. I take that day serious.
No, okay, happy Aries season.
Thank you.
But no, in the moment, every single person in that crowd believed it,
Yeah.
and I believed it extra because on the way there, I was hyping myself up and I was watching. This is why Usher's the GOAT. He had Beyonce as his personal dancer at one of his shows, like back in the day. Like, who else can have that?
So that's
wow.
why they bought it.
They had a relationship. And
So
like,
I believed it. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you believe that?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
if there's anybody who could get like Beyonce,
It's
it
Usher.
would be Usher.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be
yeah.
Usher.
Beyonce's gonna come to North Carolina.
Drake
Randomly?
did.
Or like without,
It's
Drake
different.
did.
It's different. It's different.
Is it really that
Drake,
much
Drake
different?
and Cole, his homie.
Is it really
So
that
different.
much different?
If Beyonce's doing a festival, it has to benefit her in some sense as well.
Yo,
Well,
I'm
she could
gonna,
just do
oh
a
my
few
God,
songs.
I'm about to tell y'all a story. Y'all are not gonna believe it.
You sure?
You
I'm gonna,
hug Beyonce.
You are not gonna believe this story.
he was with Drake this weekend.
No,
He
I
didn't
was
tell
not.
us.
It
You have
not
hot
even
sauce in
after-
your bag?
So what happened when
Swag?
Alex just said that Beyonce, like, would she go to North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't believe that. I was talking to my family, And they were like, yeah, you know, we're really. Why are you laughing? I didn't even get to the
'Cause
punchline. I didn't even get to the punchline.
Nah,
Like, you don't
'cause
even know the source. You don't even know what's going on. Bro,
Nah, because you got a big family. I got to take like
I do.
caravans.
That's a fact. All right.
111.
Long story short, I had a cousin back in the day who was a party promoter.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
you know, he had a lot of artists, upcoming artists, executive.
Yeah.
He was trying to be like the Long Island version of Birdman and Master P.
Hey.
Like, he thought he was going to put LI on the map,
Yeah.
and he had all these people coming through.
Absolutely.
And so my family, we actually, I think I might have said this before on the podcast, we have a cousin who's married to like Wanye from Boyz II Men. I don't know if they
definitely
still
said that.
together.
Yeah, you mentioned
Like,
that.
you know, we have these little sprinkle of interactions with celebrities.
Right.
And so I was talking to my family, and they was asking me about how's everything going with JB Smooth. They were talking about the TV show, and I'm explaining it to them. And so they were just like really prideful about all of the celebrities that our family has had interactions with.
Yeah.
So then my grandfather goes, you know, yeah, if you look right outside that window, Beyonce was right in front of the driveway. And I stopped, and I looked, and I said, wait. Who? What? I'm like, are you sure it was Beyonce? It wasn't like Shanae from up the block. Like, Beyonce was where? And yeah,
You ain't go dance in that same spot for motivation, nigga.
for good luck?
I did not.
Or
I
look
did
at
not.
him and be
Does
like,
he
you
have
tell me
proof?
this
I did
now?
not.
Does he have proof?
So he doesn't necessarily have proof, but my entire family recounted that story.
Wow.
And was
Why
like,
was she there? Like, just
because my, Master P, the guy who thought he was gonna be Master P in my family, like my long lost
That
cousin,
shit not funny.
nigga thought he was gonna be Master P.
That shit not funny.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. Like, what are you doing in the hood? But
He
anyway,
trying shit.
He was trying shit, bro. He had like Beyonce in the middle of Long Island somewhere, like just chilling.
damn.
So, yeah,
That's
all the
before,
destiny.
way before she
That's what's
popped.
This is before she popped. She was like
Okay.
on the rise. This is on the rise.
That's
And again,
what's
it's all
Young
speculative.
B.
It was like my grandparents. He's not like, I don't think they have a reason to lie.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
they remember
crazy.
what she
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like
So
and all that.
she been to Long Island, but not North Carolina.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I remember so clearly the screams.
Wow.
Well,
It was crazy.
did anyone, when Drake, was it ever announced that Drake was going to be there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a headline.
He was a
That's
headline.
low key what made me book the because
Wow,
you know
that's
I
right.
love J Cole.
Damn, I
right.
know
No,
you
yeah.
was. That's
thought she was-
crazy.
No, but I've also seen J Cole 12 times, so he was not really the
So he
selling
don't matter
point for
no
me.
more.
And you're not exaggerating.
No offense, Jermaine.
You're not exaggerating when you
No,
say
no, no,
12 times.
no. Yeah,
bro.
there's not been a time
said
where
Jermaine.
J Cole has came to New Jersey or New York and I haven't seen him.
Wow.
Whether it was a little show or the big arena shows, like I've always seen J Cole. So I would have probably went regardless. But right when they announced that it was Drake and Usher, I booked that. We booked
Yeah.
our tickets.
Those
Yeah.
are the two head turners. I ain't gonna lie on that lineup. I ain't
That's
gonna lie to
dope.
you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you though too. I want you to tell me how you felt about the rest of the weekend. I heard it was about 50 to 60,000 people out there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one thing that kind of really impressed me was it looked pretty peaceful.
That's why I love Dreamville Fest because
Yeah.
although these men are joking that I'm outside, I'm really not. I can't do the festival thing. The last time I went to like a really big outdoor performance was WizKid, I think 2021, and I low-key had a panic attack. I don't want to get into it, but I was just, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not even
Yeah.
joking. I really had an anxiety attack, so I was
Because of the
like,
amount of people?
I was like, I can't do this
Yeah.
anymore. And then but that's why I love Dreamville because I knew it was gonna be friendly, calm. There were nothing
good.
went wrong. Nothing went wrong. Like
It wasn't
no-
like a Astro Fest. or some shit, right?
it wasn't like a
Astroworld
Rolling
Fest.
Loud either. Like
See,
just
that's
that
good.
chaos.
Because as I get older, I feel like my claustrophobicness is going up. Like I be want to be naked.
I don't know if that correlates.
Oh, my fault.
You said
That's
you
not
wanted.
what
Wait,
my fault.
what?
Never mind. I used
He's
it
like-
wrong. I used it wrong.
He's like, I don't like being out in public. I wanna take my clothes off.
I used it wrong. My fault.
Oh, you saying you're less inclined to be around where a lot of people are.
Even these clothes are restricted.
Okay.
Maybe that's just a separate thing. You just wanna be naked.
I think as you approach your 30s, the uncle in you is coming out.
It is.
You're getting unhinged.
Yeah,
It is. I love it. I
can
love
feel
that for me. Somebody have another kid.
I can feel it. I can definitely see that.
That's what's up though.
Glad you had a good time.
I had an amazing time, and every time you guys are watching those viral videos, I was there.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Why
to
did you guys go?
We didn't get the
Life.
invite.
I'm cheap.
You didn't invite us.
The ticket wasn't that much. It was
I'm
like
cheap. As I get older, like the more money
we
I
just
make.
talked about how you got 10K.
No,
But
legit.
cheap. You can
I
be
don't
cheap
even, I
with
don't even want
10K.
to put a number,
He's
but like
frugal.
the more that I like
Make
Yeah.
the more you want to keep.
I don't really want
how
to
it
put
be.
it out into the world. Like, and life is expensive, bro.
Very expensive.
Leaving your house is super. Like,
like
inflation
$1,000.
should be illegal.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know how I feel about these landlords. Like,
the
that's
subways.
rule number one. Them
They
and
ruin
Trump.
people's lives.
Like them and Trump, they need to be put in a pot and like sent to Rikers Island. If you are a landlord, I am coming for you.
It's greed.
But
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
just get into real estate if that's the case.
That's not where my passion lies.
All right. So stop complaining.
He's
Yeah,
a potter.
That's not where my passion lies.
No, but for me, I don't spend a lot. I'm not like a frivolous spender. I'm not a cheap person, but I'm a very like I spend money on things that are really worth it, and things like this are like worth it to me. Like this is what I spend my money on, like
Yeah.
experiences and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Enjoy life. Spend everything. Have
shit.
nothing in the bank. Have something in the bank, but not as
I
much.
ain't bet.
Because think about it, right?
I'm listening.
Bro, let's be serious.
You can't take it with you.
Everybody
when you die.
doesn't. Yeah.
That's real.
To an extent. I'm not saying don't be responsible.
Because you could get a fly.
That's
casket.
basically what you're saying. You're like spend it all.
No, be a little irresponsible.
A little
Doesn't hurt
bit, yeah.
If you think you can make it back as fast as you spend it, then I mean, enjoy
That's
life a little
real.
bit.
That's
That's
my
real, though.
problem. That's my problem.
But you
I
you
feel
make
like
it.
I feel like I can really always make it back, even when I don't got it.
Yeah.
I believe in myself a little too much. Like for real, a little
no
too
such
much.
thing.
Yeah,
I would have
for sure.
went. I don't know. I'm lying. I still got. I'm on work probation still.
Damn.
I've been putting my head down, just hustling, grinding.
Dang.
But I mean, that's what these last few months have been for me. So
I feel
it's
you.
been chilling. Yeah.
I'm not mad. We haven't seen each other, so we didn't see each other last week.
Right.
So we kind of missed the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we could start with some of last week's news. Marvel, the face of Marvel, Jonathan
Oh,
Majors. I heard. This is what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, nah.
It's all alleged. All
tread
alleged.
lightly.
Or that nigga was choking somebody. Man.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, I had to choke some shit.
that's what they said, right?
That's what I
That's
heard.
tough.
Listen, if you don't know what we're speaking about, like Savon was saying, esteemed Marvel actor, Jonathan Majors was in the news.
Heartthrob.
Heartthrob, recent heartthrob at that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Long story short, some news had came out that he had gotten to I guess it's a dispute with a young lady that is rumored to be maybe his girlfriend. And yeah, it looks
is
as
in
if
New York, too.
This is in New York, in Manhattan, absolutely. And in this story, it's kind of alleged that he strangled her. There is some strangulation accusations in this little knuffle.
That she
Yeah.
from okay,
Yeah.
so we don't have to stay on it long.
Nah, you
But
can be
I
in
really
there.
just wanted to talk about not just the fall from grace, but the responsibility that you have when you get propelled in the light the way that he has. Right?
Absolutely.
Like obviously, it's a serious conversation. But we don't know all the details. And from what we see, she has pretty much denied everything. Like, hey, this didn't happen. It was my fault, So the story is still to be told.
Still to be told. Still to be told.
but yeah,
you do pose a very good point though, right? And when this dropped, I thought about us on the smallest of levels, right?
so?
Like just like
said, hold on,
all right,
what are
nah,
you
we don't strangle bitches. We don't do that. My
I'm like, so
fault.
why does
No, just hit me. Nah, I want to be very clear. My fault. I know I just scared y'all. Nah, we don't beat or strangle here. That's on everything.
He about to get us
Nah,
all.
nah.
He was like, he said, when I heard this, I thought about us. Like, Alex.
No, I just feel like when you work in just spaces of entertainment,
Yeah.
right, and realizing or trying to realize the type of person that you maybe might have to align yourself with, right? Like
Or morph into.
or you might have to be with someone that, how do I put this? You might have to know how it is to deal with someone in entertainment spaces. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. I see what
You might need to know the type of person you're dealing with. You might need to know the type of person you are,
Yeah.
because once it hits the public,
Mainstream.
it goes left. No matter how you try to clean it up, you know what I'm saying?
It's almost.
No, say it.
I was gonna say it's almost like Tiger, the situation Tiger was in. Tiger Woods
Yeah,
with his girlfriend.
yeah, I remember.
It was nothing similar to what.
Oh,
Jonathan
recent.
Majors did.
His recent.
Oh, the
situation.
recent joint.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wait,
you
what
wanna
happened?
explain that?
So basically, long story short, Tiger wasn't really feeling his alleged girlfriend at the time. This is recent, and he was like, "Yo, let's go on a trip. Pack your bags. We're gonna fly out to wherever," he said, and then he basically left at the airport and just kicked out the crib.
What
because
the
he-
hell?
he couldn't get her out of his home.
Yeah.
From what the story
That's what
said.
he did?
And then now she, I don't know,
shit.
at the time, she put out a suit on him.
Don't laugh.
For like, I think it was
That's so
30 M's.
mean.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
So he
But-
just, oh shit.
Stop
He just
laughing.
he just left her right there.
Yeah,
Stop.
from-
That's
from
so
what I'm
mean.
reading.
And then
Why-
bought her the flight.
Wait, is this? Wait,
But-
that's really what happened.
She wouldn't leave his home, and there's no way for him to get her out of his home.
my
So he had to
God.
play
What
nice
the
for a week or two,
fuck?
And then-
lay it down. You know what I'm saying? Put a little balls in some holes, knock, knock, and then
I see what you did there.
You see what I did
That was
there?
smooth. That was smooth.
And
That was
then
smooth.
he had to trigger like, "Yo, babe, we going on a vacation," but it was really just
That's so sick.
That's
Like,
not
what the
sick.
fuck?
Nah.
That's, you got sometimes you really
As a
got to get
man-
creative.
No. As a man, if you're in that situation, you gotta think.
Like, how can I do this?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And you know what it is
without-
though too.
I also- and I also
not
don't know-
choose the. Yeah.
I also
Right.
don't know his side. Like, really, what if
Right.
she really was refusing to leave him? I don't know.
And that's the thing about when these stories hit, right? It doesn't matter if it's true or false at this point, right?
Right.
It's
It's
all
out there.
about how the public judges it, right? So to
Oh,
piggyback
yeah.
this before we get up out of here real quick on this topic, his lawyers later on released text messages from him and the young lady. And I'll just put it like this. They probably could have kept them. I'm gonna say this one thing. Sometimes
What do you mean? Wait.
Just hear me out,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Sometimes you gotta know when to tell the lawyer, nah. Okay.
Oh, that's why you tweeted that.
Sometimes
I had no context, and I was like, Alex.
I want you guys to go look, go do your Googles, go do your searches, go look up the text thread between Jonathan Majors and this woman. Read the paragraph that she texts to Jonathan, and I want y'all to come back to Need to Know
And say if that helped.
and let me know if that helped his case or when you got to tell the lawyer,
Yeah.
not that one.
It's not looking good.
It's not looking.
It ain't looking good for him.
It's
It's
not looking- you know,
I do
it's
think it's
not.
interesting how
Yeah.
her identity is still
Interesting.
protected.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
we still don't know.
I still don't know what
still
this,
don't know.
who this. And honestly, I wish if that was the standard for situations like this, where the public respected like anonymity. Like I wish that was the standard, but it just comes off weird because I think his girlfriend is white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
believe so.
Now
Yep.
it just paints that picture of race.
Yep.
And I feel like that's been obviously that's
Yeah.
like the fabric of this country.
Yep.
Yeah.
Race, black,
Yeah.
white, dating, male, female.
Yeah.
But it even came up again recently over the
Yep.
weekend in sports, right? Like two collegiate athletes.
Yep.
And please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know shit about
got
women's
you.
sports.
I'm with
like,
you. I'll be
that-
watching.
That's the
Same
one
thing.
sport I don't be betting on. 'Cause I don't know shit about that motherfucker. But yeah, Alex, take it away, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, as you guys, a lot of y'all know, the LSU Tigers have won the national championship for the women's. They defeated Caitlin Clark of Iowa.
Yeah,
You know?
that's who I know. See, I was about
You know
to say
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
So if you guys-
yeah. I know that nigga. I'm a bet 30 a night. 38 and 8. Run me my money.
The reason why
Yeah.
Savon is saying that is, they call it Caitlin Clark the new Steph Curry.
Yeah.
As in her.
Oh, I did hear. Okay.
See
okay,
that?
okay,
She
See
okay.
gonna
that?
win
I
you
got
money
you.
too.
Okay,
I got you. She gonna win you some money.
Stephanie Curry.
You know what I'm saying? Put her for points though. Don't put her for a national championship win. But no, they calling her the new Steph Curry. And long story short, Caitlin Clark had defeated the South Carolina Gamecocks. Salute to the South Carolina Gamecocks. If you guys don't know, they've ran college basketball for the women.
Why you gotta call them that?
That's their shit.
You ain't gotta call
Nah,
them that.
that's what.
That's the name of
what
their
they
shit.
call it. That's the name
Gamecocks.
of it.
Yeah,
Gamecocks.
you know me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all
Boys
niggas.
ain't the whole school.
Everybody a
Gamecocks.
Gamecock.
Wait, what? Wait,
They're
what?
mass-
It's a
Who?
bird. It's a
Yeah.
bird. A gamecock is a bird.
Gamecock.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You never been with a bird that got game? Yeah, a gamecock.
I never heard of that. I thought like
Oh wait,
Gamecocks.
birds are
SC
called
Gamecocks.
cocks.
Yeah.
are they?
No, yeah. Well, like, it's not like a rooster.
I thought they make a
Yeah.
sound, but I don't think they
That's a
say
rooster.
like you
Damn,
don't
that
call
was
them.
mad good.
You don't call them like cocks.
You been chicken, huh? But no, listen.
Beating the
Caitlin Clark.
Gamecocks is crazy.
And that was a big deal because South Carolina's been bringing it for the last few years.
The Cocks
right?
bring it.
The Cocks. If it was one thing a cock gonna do,
It's gonna
bring
bring
it.
it.
Exactly.
That cock. Okay.
Exactly. It's gonna punch. It's gonna shift.
Yeah.
It's gonna fight. That's what cocks do.
It hits back.
It hit back.
I ain't mad. They got a fighting spirit.
The cocks usually come with a lot of power. You get what I'm saying? So it was super dope because now Caitlin Clark, who they calling this new phenomenon, the new Steph Curry of women's basketball, blase, had defeated the Gamecocks. But in that, the end of the win, she just hit the young ladies with a little John Cena.
Wait.
Huh?
Before that, though,
Go.
in that same game,
Go.
I forget the athlete's name from South Carolina, but
Yeah.
she was at the three, basically kind of near the arc, right? And she had the ball, and then Caitlin Clark kind of like waved her off, like
Yeah.
in the sense of like, yo, I'm really not gonna play D right now because I know you're not gonna shoot that three.
Yeah.
You got no range.
That's a fact.
So I'm gonna just have all of us down here. Like
Yes.
you figure it out.
And the LSU Tigers
Yeah.
saw how Caitlin Clark and Iowa was defending South Carolina,
Yeah.
and they took that personally. They go, you know what? When we play Caitlin Clark, she's not going to defend us like this. She's going to have to respect us.
Yeah.
Now, to Pierre's point, the way Caitlin Clark ended that game was salute to my man Tony Yayo. Big Aries energy. My man Savon been saying that's my doppelganger. That's my twin.
That's your spirit animal.
That's my spirit
He
animal.
does
I've
give
been saying
Aries.
that. He do give Aries energy.
been
That
saying
confident.
Aries.
That's my man.
And y'all from around the same time.
Exactly.
About 10 mile
About
radius.
10 mile radius. Make it 8.
Oh, 8? Okay.
Make it
Even
8.
better.
That's
Even
my
closer.
man. Exactly. So now, shout out to Tony Yayo. And you guys might know from John Cena that you can't see me where you just put your hand over your face. And Caitlin Clark did that taunt to South Carolina.
Oh,
Shout out
shit.
to John Cena, too, because he actually credited
Tony
Tony Yayo
Yayo.
with that.
Absolutely.
Damn.
And he did.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back, he was dressing like a G Unit member.
I'm not going to lie to you. Like,
I'm screaming.
yeah, I don't know why. I watched the John Cena interview not too long ago. Yo,
Of course you
I watched
did.
these random ass interviews.
That's such a save-on pastime.
It is. It really
He's watching
is.
John Cena interviews.
Nah,
But, like,
And then
John
up next
Cena's
is Jim Carrey.
not going front. Cena might be your spirit animal.
Low key.
That's pretty cool.
Low key.
doing
I can see
That's a
that.
compliment. That's a
Nigga
compliment.
calls me a cosplaying white man as a black guy. What's wrong with this nigga, bro? I gave him
I can see that.
authentic man. Like,
Nah, I can see
but I
that.
respect
You can
it.
see it
Thank
though,
you.
right?
Yeah,
That's not an
okay.
insult. That's
It's
a
not.
compliment.
He's a very successful man, I think.
He's successful.
I'm gonna listen back to this episode. I'm gonna reassess how I feel about that comment, and then I'll hit you in the morning. Don't worry about it.
Bet.
I got you.
Well, listen, like I said,
And-
she.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No.
yeah.
I want to hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Like at that point,
Yes.
if I'm cooking,
Yes.
bro. Everybody know. Well, everybody doesn't know me, but people that know me, I love talking shit.
Yes.
Everybody knows me.
Like,
Yo, this nigga get on camera for the first time. Everybody know me, nigga. What you talking about? I love it. Yo, I love the green sneakers,
Wait.
bro.
No, and Pierre loves talking shit.
yeah, bro.
He does.
That's
absolutely.
me. Because if I could get over, if I can get a competitive edge,
Yeah.
apart from the work that I know I might put in,
Yeah.
if I'm in your head, oh, it's like,
over.
It's like blood in the water.
Absolutely. And that's always been in sports, right? So now Caitlin Clark went into the next game, and of course, she was playing LSU Tigers, who won, of course. And the girls remembered that.
Yep. Oh, we got one for you.
They said, "Oh, we got one for you." You get what I'm saying? So when they played the LSU Tigers at the end of it, oh my God, how am I having a brain fart on this beautiful
Well,
lady? On this
leading up to
Angela
that.
Reese?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Angel, I was about to call her Reese.
Angel.
Think,
Angel.
yeah. Angel Reese.
Angel Reese,
At the
yeah.
end of the conclusion of the game with Clayton Clark in the Iowa, she
Well,
threw it. My fault. Go. Yeah.
Lead it up to that. Build
Yes.
it up to that. Because
Yes.
you watched the whole thing.
Come on, you know it's me.
So it was like back and forth.
It was a good game.
Really good game.
Really good game.
Caitlin Clark again. She was cooking.
Yes.
From Steph Curry range, like
She's
literally
going
it's like
crazy.
she's throwing it up and then it was landing in, right?
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah, she could beat you in a one-on-one.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll say this: nobody in this room,
Oh my
Pierre.
God.
especially you,
Yeah,
Alex,
Here
I
he
beat you
go.
over the summer.
especially you,
We
Alex.
see you play
Yeah, I,
ball.
I left you on
Especially
0
you.
when we played.
What?
I left you on 0.
I didn't hear that. Anyway, so Caitlin Clark is cooking, right?
Not you though.
Definitely not me.
Keep going. Keep
Nobody's
going.
cooking me.
Keep going,
Matter of fact,
keep
if
What
you're
did Justin
listening
Bieber
to
say?
this right
Keep
now-
going.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Double cup, I'm leaning.
So she was cooking.
Yeah.
I think she got her third foul in the
Yeah.
third quarter.
Oh, you was keeping up with the game.
Yeah, I was watching it. And mind you,
Yeah.
this was a great game.
Very good game.
I don't really watch.
Which is good for women's sports.
exactly.
Absolutely.
It was beautiful.
Yo, why you
Absolutely.
don't watch that?
Because I never really was around or my schedule.
You was never around women. Word.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But why? But why?
My schedule never really aligned up.
Okay,
to
all right. Now I'll fuck
when
with
it
you.
comes-
Yeah, he got
So he's trying
nervous.
to jam me up. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, 2 seconds he was like, yeah, and then now he's like, I don't know. I don't know.
But I heard it's gonna be a good game, so
Yeah.
I tapped in, right?
Yeah.
So, it's a constant back and forth. LSU, the whole LSU team is getting buckets.
Yeah. They're
Iowa's
hooping.
getting buckets. It's
playing like
hooping,
a team.
right? Like a team. So then Caitlin gets into foul trouble, and I think when she got back on, she was on the bench at the with like I think 2 or 3 minutes, 2 minutes left in the third, and then the fourth quarter. At the start of the fourth quarter, both Iowa players that were in foul trouble came into the game, and at this point, hey, if I'm LSU, your top players, you know what I mean, are about to foul out. I'm smelling blood.
We going for it.
Going for it. And then right after that, they again still going back and forth, and LSU starts pulling away. And now again, if I'm LSU and I'm pulling away in a tight game, oh, I'm hype. I'm at you, right? So then, Reese, how'd you forget her name?
Angel Reese.
Angel.
Angel
Yeah,
Reese
Angel Reese, yeah.
was pretty much doing the same thing.
The
Caitlin
John
Clark
Cena
did.
move.
The John Cena
You can't see me.
My shit.
to Caitlin Clark, and then as the game was ending,
Yes.
it hadn't ended yet, but as it was ending, she was pointing at her ring finger.
Ring
like, Yo,
finger.
I got a
me.
ring. Yeah, basically saying I got a ring.
And again, just to give you an example of like, yo, I love talking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was playing football, and people always go back to the high school stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I was one of the football captains. You know how like after the coin toss, you would shake everybody's hand, like, yo, good luck. This and that.
Gamesmanship,
Right.
sportsmanship.
I would never say good luck. We would always say, yo, be safe, like, cause we coming for
See,
you.
Hey, yo,
something wrong
safety.
with you, bro.
No,
Like,
yo.
you can't play a contact
Bro.
sport and then say to a nigga beforehand,
Be safe.
Yo, be safe.
I'm putting you on notice that like, yo, if you don't got your head on a swivel, you might
safe.
not be safe.
I liked
yo,
how
be safe.
before the game and after the game, regardless of who won or lost, I always like seeing that still they're like, okay, the game's over, and then they still shook hands. Like
Yeah.
I like
I
seeing
never-
that, but Pierre didn't do that.
I never
we
learned
still
that
shook
part of the
hands
game.
after,
I never
but
learned
before-
that part of the game.
Cause bro,
If I
when you-
lost, I'm going straight to the locker room.
okay,
I really don't want
You
to
was
talk
one
to
of
niggas.
those?
I don't like me for that.
Oh
But
my
I'm going to be
God.
honest with you. Like,
you gotta
there's-
use it as motivation.
It was a lot of times
Yeah.
where I didn't agree with losing.
You still?
Nobody
What do
agrees
you mean?
with
Nah, but like, we gotta run that back.
So-
Like, right now.
I don't know. I
So-
think there's something wrong with me because
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's fine. We
Like,
need people like you.
I don't know, cause like if we're playing,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
maybe not sports, something not sports related. But if I lose,
Right.
I'm just like, okay,
But you respect
like,
you respect the game
I
for
don't
what
know.
it is.
I don't know if there's something wrong
So-
with
There's
me.
nothing wrong with you.
no,
There's
no.
something wrong with me, actually.
So in the backdrop of the whole thing, right?
Okay.
LSU was predominantly black players,
Yes.
Yeah.
and Iowa, with the exception, I think two players that
Predominantly
were on the bench,
white.
predominantly white.
Yeah, it's safe to say.
So the media kind of ran with the whole race card, and
They tried to call her classless.
Yeah.
They tried to call Angel classless.
No, not tried.
the whole season they
There
did.
were some people who actually did call her
Yeah.
classless.
Like
Yep. And-
like sports commentators and stuff.
no,
Or
Dave Portnoy.
Yep.
That's the barstool.
A barstool.
Yes. He actually called her a classless piece of shit.
What
Me,
the fuck?
I didn't watch anything. That was the first thing that I actually saw. I saw it on my timeline in real time of Dave tweeting that about this
Wow.
young girl.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what was happening with the game. I didn't watch the game. I wasn't up to speed on it. My first indicator to that this was even happening
Yeah.
was seeing this white guy from Boston who I know has a history with race relations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every year we have a story of Dave Portnoy
Yeah.
and somebody trying to either uncover something or cover something up for him in relations to race. So when I saw him say, "You classless piece of shit,"
Yeah.
Yo, to a 20-year-old.
my antennas
Yeah,
went up.
to
You
a
get what I'm
woman,
saying?
like-
to a
My antennas
20-year-old woman.
automatically went up.
Yeah.
So
So-
yeah.
You can take it out.
Yeah, okay, so my whole thing was what we saw and the conversations that were had since then, the controversy was basically, okay, what's too much, what's too little? People thought that Angel reacted in a very classless nature, like how you just said for Dave. And there was another side of it for me. I want to just speak from my opinions. There's always been competitiveness in sports.
Yep.
There's always been taunting in sports. Okay? So if you guys like that from the men, if that is one of the things that empower y'all to be fans when y'all watch it, when you're watching football, when you're watching the NBA, why is it now it's an issue and here's another factor, right? Because I had a very long argument about some people about this shit. I was getting hot. Because my whole thing is like kind of what P. I like how you brought it to yourself as being an athlete, right? I want everybody to put themselves into the shoes of both young ladies.
Yeah.
We're in the national championship game.
Yep. Fighting for our lives.
We've played 30 plus games. We haven't lost a game throughout this entire tournament to get here.
Yep.
I am now at the final. I'm at the boss stage.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you guys expect for me to act or react? You get what I'm saying? I think certain people were saying that, oh, Angel Reese, she dragged it. She just went overboard. She did a
Wait,
little
what-
bit too much.
what else did she do besides the ring?
Thank
thing?
you.
It was just
Wait, what
that.
she just did?
Just
That's
those
not
two.
even that bad.
And-
like people
and-
are stupid.
What it is, it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It
You know
does.
what I'm saying?
But what? Like doing this? Like was that?
Seeing a black woman be confident,
It's deeper than-
and,
yep.
and you know what I'm
Yep.
saying. It's
Yeah,
also
like,
it's a
that's
narrative.
why.
It's
Yep.
also a narrative.
Because she didn't even do anything bad.
She
So-
didn't, and
She
I
did the
hate the
same
fact
thing, yeah.
that it takes away from both of the teams and the because they're both great. And if
Yeah.
you just want to watch the sport, you watch the sport
Yeah.
for the sport. But the media has to have a villain, has to have a good. You know what I'm saying? Like again, that's why I brought up the Jonathan Majors thing. It's interesting that the alleged victim is a white woman, and I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
But if it was like the optics of,
Yeah.
you know, we could always plug and play ifs, coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
Yeah.
But the history of this country and of media and mass media stories like this,
Yeah.
we know the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And so the script isn't in favor of Angel Reeves.
No.
Reese. I'm sorry. I
Reese.
keep fucking
See,
her name up. I'm
Nah,
so
everybody,
sorry.
everybody.
Angel
Yeah.
Reese.
Some
I'm so
people
sorry.
call her Angela, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just not in favor of her, and people are uncomfortable. And the Dave Portnoys
Yep.
who have employees or partners, I should say,
Yeah.
in Gillian Wallow,
Yep.
right, who look like us, who represent this culture. We're gonna get to a hip hop media list a little bit later and talk about those guys.
when they were
But-
on it.
Exactly, and they were on it too, and
Yeah.
they addressed him saying, "Hey,
Yep.
we do not stand for this
Yeah.
because the Adam 22."
Now Wallow addressed it.
no, he didn't. Wallow. Oh,
But-
I see what you did.
But Gilly,
you're good. You're good. You're good. I see what you did.
Gilly,
Yeah, yeah.
Gilly had commentary in there.
I get what he's saying.
Wallow
though.
addressed it.
Wallow definitely did address it. I
Salute
get-
to them though.
Salute to both of those guys. But you know, we allow people within
Yeah.
our culture, and you know, we see whenever they get the first sight
Yeah.
of, hey, this is not who we are truly. Their
Yeah.
true colors kind of
and,
come out.
And let me kind of explain why it turned into the race thing. So, like we mentioned before, when Caitlyn in Iowa was playing SC, Caitlyn did the same thing. Everybody was saying, "Oh, what a competitor. She's great for the sport." Cool, I'm for that. Now, when Angel Reese.
Reese.
I'm tripping. When
Yeah,
Angel,
you good.
I'm gonna just call it. When Angel does the same thing, it can't be, "Oh, she's a thug.
It can't be.
They're ghetto."
It's impossible.
It's the same, pretty much the same action.
But you know, it's never the same because of the skin.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know what I'm saying?
So when
It's
people
never
tell
the
me,
same.
and see, that's the thing. I'm so glad you mentioned that. So when people tell me, don't make it about race, fam, y'all made it about race first.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't about race, y'all would have had the same outrage when Caitlyn did it to South Carolina after
Yeah,
beating
sure.
them.
Yep,
But
for
because y'all didn't, you know what that tells us?
Yep.
Our antennas go up.
Yeah.
We go, yo, that looks a little bit awkward. That looks a little bit weird. So when you try to box her into a thug box, please save some thugs for other shorty too.
Yeah.
I want everything to be on the same playing field. You know what I'm saying?
And being competitive shouldn't be synonymous with being a thug.
Let me ask you a question.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
I heard, not even this is a statement. I heard that national championship, LSU Tigers versus Iowa,
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
the Gamecocks. No, that was South Carolina. Not
So, yeah.
I-
Iowa. I
wrong
forgot what
Cocks.
it was.
Iowa,
He got
they
me.
ain't no cocks in Iowa. Word.
My fault.
But I heard that this garnered more views than
Yeah.
the 2021 NBA Finals.
Yep. I think it was like
Damn.
92 million.
92,
That's
like
insane. That's
it-
incredible.
you know, just to
That's
put
incredible.
things into perspective of how many people were watching this. You
Yeah.
get- they said this be all MLB, all NBA, All Star breaks.
Yep.
This shit smoked it out of the water.
Smoke the guys. finals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was more like, I hate the fact that we're sitting on this when we should really be appreciating the fact that, fam, look how far women's basketball
sport, yeah,
is
yeah,
being
basketball.
watched, appreciated. Men are
Yeah.
talking about it. We making it cool and shit.
Yeah.
And of course, that just gets under the
Wait,
radar.
it says Iowa Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes.
And
gotcha.
LSU Lady Tigers.
Yep.
Yeah,
LSU
that's
Tigers.
good.
So where's
Remember, Caitlin Clark played the Gamecocks before
Yeah.
she
Oh.
played
That was
Iowa.
semifinal.
Reggie was looking for
Yes.
the game.
That
I
was-
just wanted to see how it was spelled. I'm so fascinated.
That was the final
Yeah.
final four.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yes,
okay, okay.
that was
okay,
in the Final
okay.
Four.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting story.
It had
Again,
9.9 million viewers, to be clear.
I said
Dang.
92.
9.9 million viewers. Think about that.
That's a
Well,
that's
hopefully
a big
this
win.
will get the ladies of flower that they deserve. That
And-
have they always deserve.
And one more
Yes.
thing I want to add: another girl from LSU who was cooking.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
was Jasmine Carson.
Yeah, she went
Oh,
7
was
for
that
7.
because I
7
saw
for 7. She
the
had 21.
the Slam magazine cover? Is she the other one on?
I think so.
Angel Reese is on.
She has
on
some
it.
blonde hair. She has some
Yeah,
blonde
yeah.
hair. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have no idea.
I think she had. What's crazy about her
Oh,
story
no.
is
I know who you're talking about. You talking about the rapper. Yeah.
What?
the girl on the Slam cover with Angel is a rapper.
Yeah.
Really? I
yes.
thought they were both in basketball jerseys.
They were, but she raps too.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm gonna get her name in a
My
second.
I know
bad.
you're talking about the other player.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her name in a second.
Yeah, Jasmine Carson. I think they had mentioned for every game in the in March Madness, she hadn't scored, but that night in the finals, she got in and scored 21 points. I forgot how many
Damn.
rebounds she had.
Shout
Like
out
something
to
was
her.
like unlocked.
Yeah. So just like another underlining story that
Yeah.
was going on.
Yeah,
that was
man.
pretty well for
Don't
everyone.
tell us it's about race if y'all making it about race. I mean, that's all we're gonna say. Let's
It's
focus on
literally
what's
about
important.
race.
Yeah.
Like what else is it about?
I
Yeah.
hate that. It's not about. I mean, y'all making it about it first.
Yeah, it's unfortunate
You know what I'm
because
saying?
then you see things like Joe Biden inviting, the losing team to the White House,
Yeah.
and it was like, and I really hate to be that guy, but it is.
They
almost
make us
like-
that
They
guy.
do.
Yeah.
They
That's what I'm
like they almost
saying.
force us to have to defend ourselves.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you pee on me and say it's raining.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yes.
nah, bro. Like, no,
piss.
exactly. This is golden showers. Like, the fuck are we talking about?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I hope.
And to what Savon is saying, Jill Biden invited
Oh yeah.
both teams. Yeah, right. She said that she wanted to have both teams in the White House.
Yeah.
And that's odd if you know sports because usually
It's the
only
winner.
the winner
Gets the
gets to go to the White House and go see the president.
I saw a tweet about this. It's like when in high school there's for the first time ever. This is a tweet. It's not me saying this. There's a black valedictorian for the first time ever, and then that's mysteriously the first year that they're like, wait, we're gonna have two valedictorians this year. It's exactly like that. It's like what the
Yes,
fuck?
yeah,
Like
exactly.
And
Exactly.
like you don't get participation trophies. The whole thing is to be is
The
for them
one-
to be
the number
crowned a
one.
winner.
I'm not
Yeah.
going front. I'm throwing my kids' participation trophies
Nah,
away.
bro. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Like, yo, earn it. I thought you were about to say you gonna keep it. You
No,
gonna
no,
Give
no.
them participation.
I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna take it away in the car.
It depends.
Wait,
It
wait.
depends.
My
It
fault.
depends.
It depends.
Yeah,
Why?
it depends
Uh.
because you and I, we share a love for I Am Athlete,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
podcast. and
Shout out to you guys.
Chad Johnson, Chad
Chad.
Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I really appreciate his
D. Marsh.
outlook on procreating, right?
Yeah.
So the way that he selects
Just
the
none of
women,
them.
no, listen, the way that he
Nah.
selects the women that he's gonna be with is
Yeah.
based on their athletic background.
Yep.
That's real.
Because
oh
he's
my
athletic.
goodness gracious.
So
the
he
ankles,
checks the
knees.
ankles.
Yep.
One of the first dates they go out on is always something athletic,
Yep. I'm
related.
doing that. I'm
you
stealing
get what I'm
that.
saying? Like I really appreciate
Like, hey, let me see how good your knees is.
his vetting process for how he decides to procreate. So
that's
if I
fine.
have a kid
Yep.
and they only qualify for participation trophies, that's on me.
Yep.
That's not on them.
100%.
So
Nah.
if they can only be
Nah, that's
as
on
good as their parents,
Now that's on them. Be
Genetics.
an IQ player.
Nah, but you gotta put
be
your
an
kids.
IQ player.
You,
This
you
nigga
gotta,
said-
Be an IQ player.
you gotta put your kids in the most advantageous position
There you go.
based off of who you select to breed.
How you think the short ass dudes in the NBA get there? IQ.
They don't.
Use your brain.
They don't get
Isaiah
there.
Thomas is in there.
Where?
Norris Cole,
Where?
Spud Webb.
where?
I named three.
What's the name that played for the Knicks?
Nate Robinson.
Nate.
We got a few.
Hey, they
IQ
made
players.
it further than any of us, so you can't knock them.
Nah, Nate has some hops. I can't front.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm glad we spoke about that actually because I don't know. That just really bothered me. You gotta judge it. It's
Yeah,
all
it's
of one.
ridiculous, yeah.
And another point on that before we end. People were trying to differentiate what was too much of taunting and what is too less of taunting.
Yeah.
If there is taunting in sports, that's all that matters. I don't care who did it 5 times more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care who only did it once.
Yeah.
It's allowed in the game of sports. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
And-
We in the Cottonelle generation. I forgot. Shaman White,
Bounty.
Bounty.
And it incentivizes. The reason why I love it is because it incentivizes. It incentivizes, play harder. Or
That like competitive
win.
spirit,
Be
like,
competitive.
It just
Be
like
more.
plays into it.
You know what I mean?
I feel like, well, I don't really know because I'm not too familiar with it. But I feel like taunting is fine, like whatever,
Yes.
until it gets physical.
Yeah, I
But
was about to say
if
that.
it doesn't,
wasn't
like, who
physical.
cares? Like, talk shit, like, do all
cares?
that. Like, who cares?
cares?
Oh my god.
But like, why aren't they allowed to talk shit?
What was the name
black.
of? Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Like, they're
No, but
not
other
used to
people don't people get in trouble for taunting all the time? Well, this removed from this situation, like people get in trouble
Well,
for like
the-
dancing.
But
like,
trouble maybe by a referee, but not by public opinion.
Oh, okay,
By
yeah,
not
right,
public
right, okay,
opinion.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go back to Gillian Wallow though. There was a list that Complex put out this past week, I believe,
List.
and I've never seen this type of list before. It
Yeah, yeah.
was the top
new.
25
Podcast.
most influential hip hop media figures, journalists, personalities,
I think it was like
whatever.
Power Rankings or some shit.
It was a power rankings done
Yeah.
by Complex, who is like the king of list.
Yeah, I love
A
lists.
king or
They
queen,
love
however you want to
lists.
look at it. Non-binary, yeah.
They'd be like top 50 Drake guest verse.
Of the last 6 months.
Nah.
Yo, wait, hold on. Wait, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. So am I the only one that thinks this? Because I don't really know what they're even talking about. So
Uh-huh.
with sports, when they say stats,
Yes.
it'll be like LeBron is the first person to score over 40 points in the last 16 games in the past 3 years,
Yeah.
over 30. Like,
They be dragging.
it's
Like
they
very
search.
specific. Like,
Reggie, you know what it is? My fault, say won't go.
No, but those are the type of stats that you gotta know when you doing your parlay for FanDuel.
but it's just
Like
so
that's
like,
how real this shit is. I respect it.
It's like ESPN and them just try to find stats that you
To
never
say,
yeah,
like-
you never heard before, and they want to make you go,
Just to
oh
pretty it up.
yeah, oh wow, I never knew that.
just to make an infographic.
Absolutely.
Okay, anyway, so sorry, the list, the
No,
complex
you
list.
good. You good. I just wanted to. I think it was a really
Yeah.
dope list. I think inserting this into the culture each year, if they decide to do it going
That'd be
forward,
cool. That'd
be
I
dope.
think this is kind of dope because podcasting and just media in general is starting to expand outside of just radio and TV. And they had some streamers on here. They got podcasters, radio hosts. There's a nice collective of people on this list, and I just wanted to chop it up because we're all in this similar space. A lot of the people on this list we've worked with directly.
Yeah.
A lot of the people
out to
on this
Nyla.
list we currently work with. And so I just thought it was kind of dope. I wanted to highlight a few people.
I want to mention some of the logistics that went into the grading.
Oh, let's
Please
do
do.
it.
Right,
Please
how
do.
they did that. So, how did they rank them? They put names in a hat. No, they're just joking. They have 5 categories.
Yeah.
1 was commentary and banter. 2 was star power of guests. 3 consistency. 4 viral moments, and 5 integrity of content. I do like that they had this
That's
kind of
good.
rubric out because I do find it. And if you guys want to know, spoiler alert, but Joe Budden is number 1 on this list.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe. Yeah.
Shout out to Joe.
And I think there was a lot of people confused as to why Joe was number 1. I don't know if that's hate on y'all. I don't know if y'all hating.
That's hate.
Yeah, that might be some
That's
hate.
But then
That
again,
might
when
be
I say
some
that,
hate.
I'm biased. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Because you
So
know the
I-
impact.
But
Yeah.
see, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think we're a little biased, even though we
are biased.
All right, we're
Even,
naturally
bro,
biased.
Yo.
I'm not biased.
That,
You guys worked
But he-
for the Joe Budden podcast for years, and you're like, I don't know if
that's
we're
my
biased.
man, bro. Like, what the fuck you
Nah,
want me to
fuck it.
say?
Yeah,
Nah, he
that's what I
does
mean.
retain. He got a hive.
Yeah.
Hive.
And, but see, that's what was so eye opening for me, right?
Yeah.
Because again, on the category of commentary and banter, right, and consistency, viral moments, and integrity of content, I think those are the ones that really stood out to me because I don't think people really understand how much of our current space is dictated on guest-based shows. Again, not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think everybody has kind of grown into. Oh yeah, hip hop forms of content are you gonna interview a rapper?
Yeah.
Or you gonna interview an actor? And it's like, nah, similar to kind of even what we do here a little bit. Like, all right, what can you do on a mic?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have the star power, you get what I'm saying? So I do think, as I'm looking at this list, the top 25, they can really hold their own for the most part. You know.
So Act got number 2.
Yeah, you got
Charlamagne 3.
Act can go on a stream. Say what you want about homie.
Dolo.
Dolo.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Not at all.
Oh,
hours.
because this list is not top hip hop journalists.
Right.
It's the media world.
Media
so you
world.
have to hold your own on a show. And also,
Absolutely.
like, I just want to, I was thinking the other day, like, shows like just radio, like that's
Yeah.
just like held up to like, oh my God, if you're on the radio, you're like professional, all that.
Yeah.
But pretty much, what's the difference between having a show on the radio and like having a successful podcast show? It's the same thing. It's just different mediums, is it not? Like,
Well, honestly, this is a really great,
great.
conversation to have because Alex is in radio.
Yeah.
My profession,
great.
outside of here, is podcasting.
is
So
great.
I love that you
because I
presented
don't know,
that
'cause
question.
when you
great.
have a show on the radio, it's very legit. You're professional. Oh my God! But now people are like, oh my God, podcasters. Oh, you're a podcaster. It's
you wanna
like,
know what it
bro,
is?
They're doing the same thing.
But it's sort of like journalists and like bloggers, right? Like with radio, there's more structure to it.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I go into shifts every day, I know we're going to have some call breaks. We're going to tap in with some callers. I know we're going to have specific segments depending on the show I'm working on. You get what I'm saying? Like podcasting, I guess people in radio might feel like, damn, these motherfuckers just get to do whatever they want.
Let's say you have a casual radio show.
A casual, or even,
Yeah.
but see, that's the thing. Even a casual radio show still has those elements,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's a format. All right, we might go.
Well, podcasts have production, like all this.
But-
They
But podcast is a little bit more unhinged.
unhinged, right?
much as
Right, like at Sirius,
radio.
you can curse at Sirius. Shout out to satellite radio. Can't do that at the
Period.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Can't do that at Hot 97. Can't do that with Ebro and them. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it depends on what niche you trying to
Wait,
hit for
did
real.
Ebro not make this list?
I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to search.
No, I think he did make it.
No way. He's at Apple Music. He's the head of Apple Music.
No, he made it. He's number 13.
13? Okay,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
see it.
Yeah,
I
he
was
did a
going
lot
through it.
this
Angie
year.
made it. Angie was 12.
Okay.
Oh,
Jason
well,
Lee 11.
let's highlight a few. Let's
Yeah,
talk
let's
about,
do it.
so we got.
My first shout out is to Nyla. She's a DJ, but she's also a very great personality.
Shout out to Nyla Simone.
I love that she
Big
made the
shout out to
list.
Nyla.
Word. She
And-
showed love at the mixer. She
Yes.
She was our
she
DJ.
DJ'd at the mixer, and
Yes.
she's been doing great things.
And well
before
deserved. She's
and
been
after that.
killing it.
Yeah,
So
for
well
sure.
deserved.
Absolutely.
Reggie, your man, not your man, your guy made it.
Who's her guy?
Um,
Like when
Elliot
people say
Wilson.
that's shade sometimes.
Hmm.
Oh, you're talking about legit.
Yeah.
Elliot
Who?
Wilson.
Elliot.
Oh my God, the GOAT, Elliot
Yeah.
Wilson.
Elliot.
Oh my God, people were kind of upset. I don't know if it was just Elliot supporters or people in general, but they were like, how do you put the GOAT at number 8? But what I like about lists like these, I know we were joking
I know how
about
they
lists
eliminate.
before, but the purpose of these lists, what I really like is that they really put like a snapshot of where we are at this point in time. So this
Yeah.
is like, this is what happened in 2023. We're not saying
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know,
like
Elliot
a-
is not the GOAT, but in 2023, they put him at number 8.
It's just a snapshot of the landscape.
Yeah.
I think they really got the top 5 correct.
Yeah.
Right? You want to name the 5, Savon?
So let's so we know Joe is number 1. Joe Budden at number 1. DJ Academics or just Academics was at number 2.
Damn.
Number 3 was Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God, that is one of my guys. Like I really
Yeah.
appreciate the work that he does.
Yeah.
So
glad
yeah,
he's
he
top
was
10.
at number 3.
Yeah.
Gillian Wallow, they were both number 4.
Yeah.
And number 5 was Nori with
Oh,
Drink
shit.
Champs. And I think
Yeah.
those 5 or that 5 is probably the most impactful when it
Hip-hop
comes to this space. You know what I'm
platforms,
saying? Like,
yeah.
though they give us the most moments. You know what I'm saying? They give
Absolutely.
us a lot of memorable moments. History is documented on a lot of those platforms.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people. I saw DJ Envy. He was a little bit upset with Charlemagne's placement. But he should be upset with Charlemagne's placement because that's his guy. They're in the trenches together all the time for the
upset?
last
Wasn't
10 years.
Breakfast Club.
Because of the Breakfast Club.
Wait, upset
Yeah.
that he should have been higher? Or?
Yeah, he probably
Okay.
thinks he should be number
Number
one.
one?
Oh,
Okay.
Because if you
Charlemagne
think about
should
it, Charlemagne, he does books, podcasts,
Okay.
radio, TV shows. Like his reach may be a lot more
See what you're saying.
wider
In
than
terms of
some
media.
of the other. Yeah,
Media is just not social media.
exactly. But with
Yeah.
this criteria,
Yeah.
like I kind of could see why the list is constructed how it is. But again, a DJ Envy is supposed to go to bat for his guy
Absolutely.
the same way like a
100%.
Parks, a Ice, a Ish, or anybody on the Joe Budden podcast should go to bat for Joe. You know.
Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
yeah, I thought this was a really cool.
Even Kai Sanat, you
Fact,
know,
yeah, I was about to say that.
right? We recently have been
Bro.
talking on this podcast about other forms of
I think it was our
He is
artwork,
paving a lane. Let me
yeah,
tell
I'm
you.
telling you, right? Like it's
Yes.
just different forms of entertainment now. And you know, if you're a millennial not trying to take it seriously,
Yeah.
the streamers are serious. They got him at number 6 here, and it's like the reason why Kai Sanat is on this list. I know a lot of people were kind of confused by it. They're like, "Yo, this little kid that be running around doing skits and shit." See, the rappers and labels and people close to him have realized that, yo, he garners a lot of the kids and demo that they're trying to hit.
Yep.
I've seen Lil Baby go up there before he put out a project.
Yeah, I've seen
I've seen
Gerbo
G Herbo
go
up
on there and get a dance lesson. Like,
feel me?
Yo, it is really entertaining.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen-
Like,
I s-
I'm tuned in.
It's
Like-
great. You know what I'm saying? I've seen SZA go up there when she
Yeah.
dropped her album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
like,
similar to Ack with
Yeah.
the Twitch thing,
Right.
in the sense of he could be on there by himself and you'll
just
be
go.
entertained.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I really
Absolutely.
like that he made the top 10 too, because Kai, he's been streaming since he's from New York, from the Bronx.
Yeah, from the Bronx.
He's been streaming since he was in college. I forget what year, but it's been a minute.
He ain't that old.
and-
Probably last year. It's
I
like,
mean, no.
Yeah,
Probably
he's
like
young.
2-3
probably
years.
like 5-6
oh
years.
shit! Oh shit!
So it's still relatively
Okay.
new.
Okay.
Yeah. And when he joined AMP, that's when he
And
started
AMP is
became-
his collective
Yeah.
of streamers.
Yeah,
Got you.
That's when he started to become a little bit more popular, and he did the Twitchathon,
Got you.
where he went on Twitch for 1
Yo,
month,
he was on.
Yeah.
He was recording 24/7 for 30 days.
30 days.
Like, who
Yeah.
does shit like that?
Yeah.
Like sleeping, all that.
different.
Yeah.
But like, I like that
And-
he's on the list because it's like, give him his flowers. Like,
Yeah.
he's doing some crazy shit right
And
now.
I think he's genius in the sense of, for instance, when he was doing the 30-day subathon, And by the way, he's the most viewed streamer on Twitch.
He's like the
I
most
heard.
has the most subscribers or something
Most
like
subs.
that.
He's number one.
Number one. He on his IG he put a rollout. I think it was fire, but it had to do with Coming to America, I think, if I remember correctly.
He had like a trailer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The trailer he put out was fire, and it was like pretty much announcing to everybody, hey, if you haven't heard, I'm doing this 30-day subathon. And on the 30-day subathon, I think it was the last day, which was February 28th, the last day of Black History Month. That's where he got the accolade or the achievement of most subscribed person on Twitch.
See,
That's
can't
dope.
keep taking these people for play.
Yeah,
Nah.
I've heard his name for so long, and I just kind of like was like, oh, I mean, I don't know, but then I saw like one video,
He was being an old
and
millennial.
I was tapped in. I was like, he's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I was
nah.
sold. I was
As
like,
millennials, we're at that time now. The '90s babies are quickly turning into the real OGs. So I know,
yeah,
it's
we
a
were
lot
like,
of
Twitch.
yo, it's a lot of things that we trying to like accept now on some
Yeah.
shit because it's
Yeah.
like, damn, I ain't come up on this.
Yeah, he's the reason
Yeah.
I know I'm getting old.
Dead ass.
Like,
no, you're right.
No, legit. Like people,
No, he's
like,
right.
Like I'm becoming that
right.
guy where I don't understand.
The younger generation.
Yeah, like it's not
Yeah.
for me. Like I can't sit around and watch his content. I get it. I see like
What?
his. I can't.
I don't
like,
see. I don't watch it. I watch like highlights and
Bro,
clips.
It's the funniest thing ever.
He
No,
is
I
mad
believe it. I'm
funny,
not trying
like-
to knock him. Like he's great. He's killing it clearly. But like I just know, where I'm at. What's for me? Like there's a lot of people on this list
How y'all
that
feel-
I would say.
and he's Haitian, Big Zo.
Oh shit.
No,
No, and I love how on the list they put what they're known for. And Angie Martinez is she's number 12, and it says she's known for exploring the vulnerable side of celebrities. Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful?
Beautiful.
That is.
Oh,
Carisha,
I love it.
Carisha at 7, Angie at 12. Any
I don't-
thoughts?
sounds
Hey.
right with me.
Huh?
I don't know how
I don't
she
know.
got to
I didn't
7.
make this list.
Yeah, yo, Reggie funny as I ain't make this list out.
Angie and Elliot are my goats, and they will be number one if I made the
Those are
list.
2 Capricorns, by the way.
Do
Shout
you-
out to
You
the
say this every
Capricorns, you know what I mean? Shout out to the gang, you're.
So I may be a little I guess out of the loop, but to be honest, right? Don't kill me now. To be honest, I never really heard of Carisha until recently.
That's
I
why.
mean, not
that's
hearing
all I
about
know.
Carisha.
But see,
is
that was
crazy.
the only. No, he's seen her.
Nah, I've seen it, but in terms of impact, I wouldn't.
I think it's just based on her show Carisha Please,
Right.
and she's had like a few episodes.
Nah,
they
she
all
ain't
went.
number 7, though.
I don't
can't
know.
put her at
I don't know if
7.
she
would
should be
put-
number.
I
Yeah, I
would
don't
put
know.
her
if
at
she-
7.
She not number 7.
Yeah,
She's
no.
not like a media mogul.
Yeah, like, she
Like,
just dropped.
Bro, that's her side hustle.
Yeah, that's on the side. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
she don't even do that.
Yeah.
But at the
Like,
same
that's not even
No,
her
but at
bag.
the same time, the show is doing extremely well. Like
It does
every
really
single
well.
time she drops an episode, it goes viral.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, but yeah.
But Angie, you ever seen Angie's
Nah.
pod with Lauren London?
yeah, that's
Oh,
why
so
she.
masterful. I'd put her on 7 just because of that.
But see, this is the thing, though, right? This is why this list is so interesting, right?
Yeah.
There are things that Angie does that a Carisha won't do. There are things that Carisha does that Angie won't do, right? Like, so that's why I love that they sprinkled the Elliots, the Angies, the people that are really, really technical with it, because it shows how media is changing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Funk Flex should have been top 10
Facts.
just because of this clip, bro.
Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
Nah, like, but listen.
What made you go with that verse?
Like, he should be granted cemented in the top 10 just
Some
for
hot
that.
butt
Yeah.
sex.
Just for that, bro.
Because then he followed it with like, so what do you mean by that?
What makes you go with
That
that?
is top tier
Real
journalism.
inquisitive, like
Like, yeah,
Explain
he
yourself.
should have been top 10. Like, him and Carisha, they could have
Damn.
switched spots just for that clip.
Did Flex not make this list?
Nah, he did.
Oh,
was
he
like
did?
number-
Okay.
I think he was maybe 15, top
Got
15.
you. 'Cause
There's
this
some
was
legends.
this
There's
was
some
really
legends.
made up of
facts.
radio personalities, podcasters,
Streamers.
streamers, and journalists.
I find it interesting
Yeah.
that Joe and Ak are 1 and 2.
But see, that's
I
the whole
don't.
point I'm trying to make with you. I don't think
I don't.
it is.
I don't think it's interesting.
I
at
don't
all.
think it is.
I mean, if you go off of the numbers and their impact, cool, I get it.
Nah, not even
But,
just
like,
that.
they're-
Not even just that. Like, really, what I said to start.
Yeah.
People don't understand how hard it is to do something without a big guest.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I
And
think
that's what they do.
and,
Consistently.
you know what I'm saying? And I think Complex really took that into the determining system with this. Like,
Okay.
it's not easy to have
Yeah.
people retained for this long, and you don't got every rapper on there every week.
Can I pose a question? I gotta ask this question.
Yeah, go crazy.
They did
afraid.
have a relationship with Complex.
Yeah.
They did.
Could it be 1 and 2? Now,
Not with
not
them.
saying they don't
I
deserve
doubt
it.
they
Obviously,
did. That was the reason.
I
doubt
do.
it.
I do
It could be.
believe.
Yeah.
But we have to like expand the conversation. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do think they deserve where they are. I'm not trying to discredit anybody, but is that a thing? Because they do have an existing relationship with Complex. Now, granted,
Yeah.
Joe, he left on horrible terms.
Absolutely.
That was
the
a
worst
moment.
terms ever.
Terrible.
But sometimes you miss
Yeah.
that old thing, and that old thing come back
back.
around. It's like,
Okay.
all right, let's make this
I
thing happen
doubt
in
that's
that
the
way.
reason. Because wait, isn't Nadeska on this list?
She is.
Yeah, they would have put her at number 3 then if that was the case.
No, she ain't put.
It's a little. Look,
She good. She's good
I
at what she
mean,
do.
I'll say this though, right?
She ain't number
To
3.
answer that, Complex said in this in their write up that they purposely didn't put anyone currently at
At-
Complex. So like a Speedy Norman, shout out to Speedy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Speedy would have been
They-
top 5.
yeah,
He's
they
killing
purposely kind of stayed away from
respect
And
that.
Jola Puma.
Yeah, so
I like
all the
conflict of
former
interest at that
people,
point.
right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah, so if they went as far to do that and keep their own people off the list, they
Right.
definitely weren't like biased.
They went
towards
into
one
it with
act,
some
like-
sort of. No,
I'm not
Yeah.
mad.
You posed the question.
I'm not
yeah.
mad, but you know, you just gotta open that door because who knows? It could lead to more opportunities.
Yeah.
You could see the return of a Joe and act kind of content creation on. Who knows,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
sometimes you learn from your mistakes, and I think a lot of people who have done business with Joe
Yeah.
learn that pretty quick
Yeah.
because his audience travels with him.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
And,
like
and even in terms of consistency, right? When you're not relying on a guest to pull up on you every week,
Yeah.
for you to issue out your content,
Yeah.
oh man, your
tough.
influx gets crazy.
tough.
It can get crazy.
I will say I really don't understand, and we could kind of move on after
Yeah.
this, but I really don't understand why Charlemagne's podcast doesn't get considered in the way that some of his other endeavors do. Like,
mean,
I'm a faithful listener to The Brilliant Idiot.
I know why.
Yeah.
Right? But for whatever reason, we don't think of him in that light, or we don't, insert him in that conversation of podcast.
They had a strong run at the beginning.
They're still a really good
they're still-
podcast,
they're-
but
they still
for
got some
whatever
listeners.
reason, like, I don't know why he doesn't get associated as that.
I guess
You
because
ready?
his biggest thing
It's-
was the Breakfast Club.
Okay,
So
understood.
like I think that's why.
I,
So that's
You
like
about
what
to
he's known
shoot.
for.
You about to shoot? Go ahead.
the Brilliant Idiots is like, I don't think it's in the same culture.
They talk about everything that we talk about literally every week.
They talk about politics. They talk about dick.
As do I.
Yeah, but you
Nah,
don't.
wait,
but,
wait,
but,
hold up.
but your
Hold-
consistency.
wait,
Nah,
hold on,
stand-
you
stand
be
on what
talking
you
about
said.
dick.
Nah,
You
hold
said
up,
it. I'm
wait,
over here
hold
trying to
on.
say
Nah,
other.
Oh.
I'm trying to say other niggas talk about dick.
Nah, but
you
we
over
trying to
here.
give you
But-
bail. And you
But
like,
when
nah.
you said but when you said politics, I agreed, and then you just threw the dick out there mad quick. I ain't really get a chance to catch myself.
When the last time you spoke about politics, Avon?
we just did it? We just did that.
We or you?
Us.
We or you?
he said,
Us. I'm a part of me.
We,
you and
or
me, and
you?
we. Nigga,
We. Now you speak French now.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you feel me? But for real, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've listened to it too, and I just feel like a lot of their topics. So like, don't get me wrong, they've spoken about like the Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lane shit. I'm just bringing up topics that were prevalent to
Don't
this
get me
culture
started.
and community.
Don't
Please
get me
don't.
started.
Please
Yo,
don't start
Jay?
shaking in your Jordan ones
Shout out to Jay, by the
Please,
way. Shout out to
please.
Jay. See the thing is,
Yeah, shout out
super
to Jay.
engineer. Yo,
on the boards.
if
man.
he start talking about Tory Lane,
Mute up.
Mute
cut
his mic.
Just mute up.
Cut his mic.
You feel me?
All right.
I just feel like, and then his co-host and Andrew Schultz is in a whole nother realm.
yeah.
So much to a fact that when you see Andrew Schultz's side content, what is it, Flagrant?
Yep.
Like, I don't even know if that's the side. That's the main.
That's the main now.
ain't gonna lie,
That's
that's the
my
main.
point. That's my whole
Yeah.
point. So he completely went away from the types of culture topics that they talk about on Brilliant Idiots. So now when
I
they
can't do that because they
Yeah.
legit. I think they do add a little bit more, like a political commentary.
Watch this.
I think they add a little bit more, but the crux of their show is a lot of the topics that we cover. The
When have
Jonathan
you-
Majors,
when
the
have
hip
you-
hop, the Kanyes.
You're right.
Like I would say 75% of that show is predicated on cultural content.
My question to you, when have you seen it marketed to our culture, and when have you seen our culture talk about their topics the same way we do about a Joe Budden podcast?
That's true.
The same way we do about a Drink Champs. The same way we do about a what's the other one? Gilly Wallow.
$1 million
no,
worth
no.
of game.
You get what I'm saying? Like they speak about it, sure. But I think it's the way they speak about certain culture topics that it doesn't feel so central
Yeah.
to us.
And to back
You know?
that up too,
Yeah.
I think you might have hit the nail right on the head, because even when I'm on YouTube, like freshly open up YouTube, I get a selection of what I might listen to based off of what I also already listen to.
Yeah.
A lot of podcast stuff, obviously. And then I can't remember a time where I saw one of their clips advertised to me.
Mind you, they were a
I
really
literally
big
would have
podcast.
to like go and search their names in to
Right?
find out. Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I've tuned into their podcast as well and heard a Tory conversation.
Yeah.
I've never seen it go viral the way Drink Champs and them be doing.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of seems as if it's out of the culture. You get what I'm saying? So,
Maybe he like Andrew might be too white. Like maybe that nigga is too.
nah,
white.
he be shooting on that shit.
Oh
No,
my God,
legit.
when
And
he
his
was
stand-up.
in You
Yeah.
People, the movie
Right.
on
Yeah.
Netflix, that's what like I want to dabble into. If I were ever to dabble into acting, I never want to like actually act. But you know how he was just. You saw him on the screen, like,
Himself.
oh shit, it's Andrew Schultz. It's not like his character.
Yeah.
I would love to do a cameo like that, like just as me.
Absolutely.
Like that would be so fire.
Absolutely. I'll be
I'm not
fine.
mad
I
at
can see you doing that.
That makes sense.
I was going to say something racist. I'm going to keep to myself.
Nah, you gotta say it. You can't just say I was gonna say it and then
I'm not going to say it.
text
You
me.
can't say I'm gonna say something racist
Yeah.
and then be like, nah.
I only got to refute it back to me. I don't like being racist to me.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Hmm?
I
We
respect
got
that.
you.
That's like
We won't tell nobody.
that's like me.
We gonna keep it right here. We're not gonna tell.
That's like me trying to do the role with the nigga smoking.
Wait, that's not
I don't know what
racist.
you're talking about. You lost
I
me.
had to
Wait.
You like
remix
to
it.
smoke.
I know, but then it's just a stereotype.
I see what you're
I'll
saying.
forget it.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
okay,
he
okay.
meant-
Yeah,
I think
I
I
don't.
mean, like-
I don't know what he means.
good.
Wait, say it again.
No, I
really
don't
don't.
know.
Oh, okay.
You're not saying.
Let's wrap the let's wrap the list up. I would like to see,
Yeah.
and I don't even know if she would consider herself hip hop, but I think Mandy B would have a strong case of being on a list like this.
That's dope.
yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I can
Like
see that.
I don't know how she didn't make it. Even if they were to put her and Weezy on together
Yeah.
as like a horrible decisions thing, I think, you know, her presence, her consistency,
Yeah.
her impact. I think personally,
I wouldn't
and
say
again, I
that.
could be biased.
No, I agree that
could
the
be
impact
biased.
is there, but I think just for this list, it was hip
Hip
hop
hop
media.
That's true.
Okay,
She's, yeah, she's
Okay.
more
But
like,
But I believe she
sex.
deserves, you know, her flowers. But I'm saying like,
If there's a sex list,
Yeah.
she got to be top five.
Nah,
If there's
top
anything
one.
about
Top
pegging
one.
and sucking dick and
Oh
orgies
my
and
goodness.
Top
no,
one.
for real, that's her bag. Like if you could flip a butthole inside out, like you gotta get on the list. That's her
She
bag.
can do that?
wait, what?
Maybe she talk about it.
Wait, what does that mean?
You can flip a
You-
booty hole inside out?
You ain't never did that.
Oh, wait.
I
There's
ain't
a
did
term for
Oh my
that.
God, I have not been living.
What?
They ain't never happened
I'm
to you.
good off that.
No.
I don't know.
Turn my booty hole into a button?
Yeah.
God.
I wouldn't put horrible
Turn into a
decisions on
chocolate
there.
chip.
Hey yo. Hey. We gonna let that slide.
That's doo-doo.
Now he's flustered.
I wouldn't put horrible decision on there, but I would definitely put Mandy on there.
No, that's what I'm saying, Mandy.
what you're
Because see, the thing is predominantly music.
It's like
And
culture.
Her
She does a
co-host
lot.
is with Bridget Kelly, who's in music. So I think
And she's
you
got
can
the
make
MTV stuff.
a strong case for her being on this
Definitely,
list.
for
So
sure.
I like this list.
A
Hopefully
name-
they keep it going.
A name, and I'm done with this, honestly, once I say this name. A name that people thought was a little bit too low on the list, Nardwuar.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to bring up Nardwuar because, especially to you, Reggie, because Nardwuar is actually a really good interview. He does a bunch of fun facts. It's always done in a very refreshing way, and he does kind of stay on track to what hip hop artists and stuff of that nature. And just,
Yeah.
people just thought 22 was a little bit too low because his type of content is very refreshing, and I
just
do
think-
agree with that.
I just think, I think if there was a all-time list,
Yeah.
you better put that man like at least top 20.
Got you.
But I think just this year,
Got you.
he wasn't like super. I don't know. Like, can you name three?
I'm not
interviews?
gonna
Like,
hold
know?
you.
I'm not gonna,
like,
I have to go to his IG page, but they on there.
talking about like this year.
Yeah.
And again, I'm gonna be showing my bias, and it's fine and it's cool. 'cause
All you
this
saw
is
was
what
Joe
we do.
Budden.
No, I was gonna
too
actually
early.
show love Rory and Maul.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Like Rory and Maul could have been on this list.
Oh,
easily.
yeah. No,
if a
yeah.
Nardwuar is on this list,
Nah,
now
yeah.
granted, Nardwuar like he's consistent, but I don't know if he necessarily should be on the list.
Nardwuar is one of the
Nah,
greatest,
you
but
hating,
this
I ain't
year I
gonna
don't know.
do that.
Of this for this year.
Nah, see, I'm about to go to his
no,
IG.
literally-
page.
interviewed Cardi.
No, no.
and
When
Jay-Z.
A lot of
whenever
people.
All right, look. Nardwuar interviewed in the last month
Say that nigga right there.
Who?
That's not hip hop. Say his name.
All right.
Nah, this nigga talk about Seth Rogen.
Rogen.
Fuck out of here.
All right, hold on.
Okay, but he interviews mostly
Right
rappers.
after that, it was Trader Truth from Houston. Shout out my man Trader Truth. And then it was Tyler.
You watched that?
Cole. He did Cole.
I watched it on his Instagram page.
You watched it?
I watched it on his Instagram page.
How you did that?
I went on Instagram and I typed in Narwhal.
Narwhal, like his content, I'm gonna be honest, and it's gonna sound really
hating.
fucked up.
He hating.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
I'm so
you're
glad we
not
brought up
gonna
Narwhal.
appreciate his content
Why
until
not?
either he dies or somebody he interviewed
Damn,
passes
that's
away.
Savon, that is not true.
Why?
That
That's
is
not
not
true.
true.
I'm
That's
not
your.
wish- I'm not
that's
wishing
your.
that on him.
Well, I mean,
No,
as
you're not
a-
wishing that on him. We're not saying that. We're
No,
not saying that.
that's not.
Yeah,
why.
we're not
But
saying
I
that.
think, like, I mean, you could just say, like, that's your personal opinion, right? Because
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
whenever, like, literally, whenever anyone is interviewed and there's a question of like, oh my god, how did you know that?
He's the
literally,
goat of that.
No, they're literally like, that's a Nardwar ass question.
That's
Like,
a
he
fact.
literally, that's
Yes.
his like what he's known for.
feel
So
me?
people do appreciate his content.
But he
And-
do that shit like once every 5.
But see, I thought it was once every 5. He be doing it. You just gotta go on his Instagram page.
But all these niggas that we
NAR
talk about, we don't gotta go nowhere. It comes to my phone.
Okay, but see, I think that's I don't know. It's different. He
You
kind
get
of
what I'm
got me there.
saying?
He kind of got me there.
That's what I'm
He
talking
kinda
about.
got me
That's
there.
the difference.
He kinda
Like,
got
he's a
me there.
legend. He's
I'm gonna tell
great.
you why it's
Make a
different though.
case,
He a
eh?
small white man. They don't
Okay.
like posting that nigga.
But like, nah,
But you can't tell hype.
everyone loves Nardwar. Come on.
we love him.
Savon don't.
Again.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm talking. That was crazy.
I'm
Nah,
offended.
OD.
That
I
was
might
wild.
bleep it out.
If you got to,
Because people
like,
appreciate him today. They do. Like,
nah, but we don't.
Like he's had some
What?
pretty big.
We really don't.
Don't
be
do
checking
that.
for that
You
nigga,
don't do
bro.
that.
Actually,
In February-
I kind of see what you're saying.
that's why I said this year.
Okay, so this is your
year.
brilliant idiot. He's your brilliant idiot.
He's a specialist. Like he's a specialist.
I
You
don't
get what
think
I'm
he's a
saying?
specialist. Let me tell you why I don't think he's a specialist. I'm glad we're having this
When
conversation.
the last time you listened to that?
No, when he pop up, I listen. You want to know why I listen?
When he pops up.
Yeah, when he drop it. You feel me? But his shit is so authentic to him. Like you're not gonna get another interview like that anywhere
That's a
else.
fact. I'll give you that.
And I think that's what really sticks with me with this dude. Like
Nah.
you're never gonna get another Nard. He's the only one that can issue.
He's one
that.
of one.
He-
So
that's a one on one
That's
right
not
there.
true. That's not true.
That's not true.
He's like silly Vlad.
No, he's
Don't
not
do that.
silly.
If Vlad was silly,
No.
that they the same.
No, he's Vlad with a good heart. He Vlad that
He's not
he Vlad
Vlad.
that don't. Yeah, you're right.
She's like, there's
See,
nowhere
see,
near.
you see what you
You
do?
got no.
You Google
seriously.
all white niggas together. I don't like that.
Yeah,
Nah, they
he's
do it to us.
different. Savon, he's
Good one.
different.
The fuck?
Oh, that was good.
That's the
No.
one area we
good.
can do it
He
to them.
could-
That was
Nigga,
good. That was
relax.
good. That
I'm
was
riding
good.
for
Matter of
Nardwar.
fact,
Like,
I
you
like
guys,
that.
he's really like
I
a
like that.
cultural, like, no.
No, he is. I'm
Yeah.
bro. I'm not discrediting that, but we got to
You
keep it in
basically
perspective.
are.
Yo,
In
change-
2023, bro, we not like
Change
we're
your
just
algorithms
not.
up, man.
We're just not like. Again, I think there's people deserve it, and again,
Yeah.
maybe I don't give a fuck. Maybe it is my bias, close proximity, but like Mandy, Rory, all these people, like I think they do a little bit more consistent work.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Any
Yeah,
one of those
everyone
people
has
could've
their
been
own
on
bias because there's plenty of people that will be like, oh, I've never watched a Joe Budden, Rory, or Mandy interview.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
yeah.
There's people
And they
like,
be
how the
like,
fuck
I
are they
listen to
even on that
Narwhal.
list?
I got a question, but we might have to bleep it out.
Oh
In
my
reference to
God.
in
Well,
reference
you
to the
better
question.
start writing the timestamps, nigga, because I'm going home and going to sleep.
But we might cut this whole thing out. But other than the breakup, what are Rory and Mal known for?
I would say they're known
Gasp.
for their hip hop takes, and they're more like they're the type of like, yo, we appreciate music. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of their fans are music lovers.
Yeah.
They might not be for the super salacious content.
Okay.
Right? They might not be for, yo, we're trying to do everything that everybody else is doing, but maybe for like a music purist
Okay.
that likes to hear about dialogue on music.
Okay.
I think that's it right there.
And the reason why I ask that is
Yeah.
because slowly, I'm a numbers guy. I like watching numbers and how things do once they
How
put
things
out.
work, yeah.
So their views have been kind of down a little bit since it's been matriculating downwards. But the further they get away from the breakup, is the lower the numbers.
So you,
I think that comes
gone.
with. I think that comes with being a creator. I think that comes with fighting against the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know, like we had a conversation before the mics came on. Podcasting changes every 6 months.
Yeah.
You know,
Literally.
so even if you look at, again, just keeping it in the realm of the breakup, even if you look at Joe's content, he's added members, he's trying new things, new
Yeah.
shows. So what his content looks like today didn't look the same six months ago. So this field is always changing. And then the other thing is, like, we can't really, I hate the numbers game with podcasting in particular,
Yeah.
because you can only gauge it on YouTube
Oh my
and
gosh.
the charts
Yes.
that are ran by the algorithm.
Right.
You do not know, we don't know anybody's audio numbers. That is what matters. And that's why this field is so tricky to kind of gauge who's doing what.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know the actual numbers. You just see YouTube.
Why is that a thing? Like, why?
Oh, they would never give that
because
out.
it's leverage. It's leverage. Like if you
they would never
saw
No.
some of these creators' numbers,
You
you
shit
would
yourself.
lose your
Why?
fucking
Wait, what?
mind. I'll tell you all.
Too low or
They
high?
are outrageously
astronomical.
high. They are doing better than television shows. They're
Astronomical.
doing better than movies.
Isn't that more of a reason to show it?
No.
No.
Because
Oh.
then you
That's
have the
the
upper
gr-
hand,
yeah.
and you could.
They would
demand
know.
more.
Yeah.
They would know that they have the power.
Yeah. So like again, let's use Joe Rogan. He's the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan is more valuable than almost any news outlet.
Yeah.
That's cable television. That's millions and millions of dollars
In terms
in
of views, right?
advertising,
In
and
terms of
marketing,
views.
in terms of views.
Yeah, not in terms of facts, but
I wonder.
just
I
views,
wonder
yeah.
why.
Thank you.
Like, why can we see everybody's song numbers, like listens, but we can't see podcasts though? Because that also gives the whole leverage thing to the artist. So why is only podcast like not shown?
It does, but it doesn't, right? Because you might see how many songs I have on Spotify, but you don't know how many times the radio played my song. You don't know how many times I'm being played in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more of an impact kind of thing. Where a podcast, if I go to the hookah spot, you're not gonna hear my podcast playing. I don't care how
Shit, they
big.
might.
I don't give a fuck how
Play need to know your
grand-
hookah spot.
Facts, right? I don't care how grand any of these people on this list are. When I go outside, I'm not gonna hear them while I'm kicking it with my girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not what it is.
Yeah,
It's a different type of vibe. So I think to going back to your point with like the Rory Mal, the whole breakup thing, I think they're still figuring it out.
Okay.
And I think Joe, he's still figuring his pivot out too. Like
He figured it out.
he has. But I don't even think he has figured it out. I think
Like a
he's
final form,
actively
figuring it out.
he's actively figuring it out. Like
Yeah.
the network. I think I heard him say, he wasn't properly staffed
Mm-hmm.
to manage a network at the time, and I think that's a part of figuring it out.
And-
you
and-
learn from
and
your
also-
mistakes.
That's accountability.
And also, it's really about what you want from it too. Sometimes as listeners and creators, we don't think about that, right? Like,
Facts.
what is the mission and the goal of what the person is putting out, right? We've been around Rory Mal and Joe. They're all different personalities, but one thing that I think me and you can both agree on is, Mal and Rory were for the music.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Music and their messaging,
and messaging, and maybe that might not get you the clickbait shit. Maybe that might not get you the views. Maybe that might not have all the salaciousness in it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's back to the creator. What was your where was your head at when putting out this content?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it really comes down to. But I think when it comes to relationships, I think they definitely had some moments where it's like, oh shit, Rory and Mal, this was a moment centered around some of the interviews that they've done.
Yeah.
Their skits was a really big thing. I know a lot of their community wants their skits to come back into play. You know what I'm saying? So I think, we're all figuring this shit out.
Yeah,
Like
for
even
sure.
our podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we have these conversations and these
Absolutely.
meetings all the time. And I think that's actually a perfect segue.
Segue.
I was
Perfect
about to
segue.
bring up like also we should probably tell them
Perfect
something.
segue
Breaking news.
to where we want to lead.
Yeah.
We're breaking up, guys.
Yeah, so
Reggie, don't scare them.
I'm
What
kidding.
Say what the
April
is wrong with
Fools.
you? Yo, it's not April
it's
Fools.
past April Fools. Now we're breaking up. So this is what happened, right? Savon's a dirtbag. Alex is a dirtbag. Reggie's cool. I'm cool. Dev's a dirt. No, I'm just playing.
You hear these niggas? You hear these niggas?
Nah,
Yeah, man.
but yeah, just speaking about creators trying to figure things out.
Push it forward.
Literally, the podcast space, it does change every 6 months, and I'm glad we actually had that disclaimer speaking about all these content creators
Yeah.
because there's a trickle down effect, and it affects everybody in the space and in the community.
Yeah.
And just a moment of transparency, as you all know, this podcast, we are still living in real life. Meaning we don't have the luxury to create full time.
9 to 5.
Where not only are we fighting, inflation,
Yeah.
not only are we fighting
Schedules.
Schedules,
not
yeah.
only are we fighting the algorithm,
Yeah.
there's a lot of factors that have, gotten in the way of this process, which is why we haven't been as consistent as a lot of you have urged us to be. We hear you.
Almost beat
we
us up.
see you. We
Yeah.
feel you.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying?
This
And
is the tea that you guys wanted.
facts.
Yeah.
And none of us feel good about not being consistent. We
Not at all.
actually feel horrible about not being able to put out the best product
Yeah.
because y'all been rocking with us for a very, very long time.
Very long
Through
time.
thick and thin, y'all show up.
Yeah.
Whenever we put anything out for sale, it goes. It goes
Absolutely.
quick. We see the love and we truly appreciate that
Yeah.
each and every week.
And the show during the mixer.
the mixer, you
all
know,
of it,
a
all of it.
fucking super highlight, and I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
But until we do that again, until we figure out some things on the need to know front,
Mm-hmm.
we're probably going to be a little bit quiet. You may not get some uploads on your feed. Know that it is strategic, it is intentional. There is no breakup, there is no beef. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just important, you know, when you do support somebody, as long as you have supported us.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to be transparent. A lot of people don't want to be honest.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot of podcasts or a lot of groups or a lot of whatever that just say, hey, we're going away, and they never come back.
Exactly.
That is not our plan. That is not our intention. You know, whenever we do go ghost, we always try to, you know, work on the back end and come back stronger, come back better. And that's just going to be
Yep.
another exercise that we do this time around if you don't hear from us for a while.
And, you know, we're just trying to add some more, similar to what Savon just said, man. Yo, it's a lot going on. It's a lot on our plates. All is well with us. Thank you for thinking of us.
Everybody's
You know,
doing good.
everybody's in good health and everything. But we're just trying to add some more hands on deck, yo. Me, Savon, Reggie, Devon, Pierre, we do a lot by ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of these shows, a lot of the podcasts that you listen to might have a producer on it that really helps with a lot of that process. See, what me and Savon did for like Joe Budden, we're kind of looking for that here. You know what I'm saying? So we're just going to take some time to reassess, like Savon said, get the back end correct. Let's make sure we're putting out the best product for y'all, you know. Patreon, don't cry. I do want to feed Patreon. You know, we fuck with y'all. We might work some things out. You know how, like, you know, you do your little comedy special, working new material. Might work some new material with y'all on that side. But yeah, just don't think everything is completely dog. We're just trying to figure it out. Make sure you get the best product to y'all.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, this is not a goodbye. I don't even use goodbye in my vocabulary.
Same.
I'm a see you later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those moments where we just got to rethink some things, retool some things.
Yeah, get it right.
You know, going back to, you know, schedules, what Reggie said,
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of this podcast and one of the things that make this thing so magical is that we all come from different walks of life, and then we all put it back into this pot.
Right.
And so, you know, I love being able to hang my hat on knowing that, you know, when we started this thing, we didn't have these corporate jobs. We didn't have these corporate positions. We
Yeah.
didn't have, you know, these type of responsibilities. But, you know, as a result of life and being ambitious,
Things changed.
you know, it changes, and it changes for the better. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we are connected in so many different ways, and we're so blessed to be able to do this at the level that we've done it at.
Right.
We got Sirius, we got HBO, we got Billboard, Complex, Revolve. What else you got going on?
Everything.
You got any variety, all the publications in the world under
It's a
one
lot.
hat.
Yeah.
You know, we got Devon Terrell, artist, touring,
Yeah.
entrepreneur,
Yeah.
you know, studio, business owner.
Business owner.
And then we got Pierre, who I don't, can I say what you do?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the NFL right there.
It's NFL.
NFL, fucking soccer.
Yeah.
I'm,
You
I
name it.
won't be surprised.
Women's soccer league. too.
Come on.
Super Bowl.
You know?
You get what I'm saying? Like,
And we always try to figure out ways to record throughout all the things we just mentioned here. You know what I'm saying? So just to be transparent with y'all, we see it. You know, we're not going crazy. We're not doing things on purpose. We're just trying to find things that align
Facts.
and make things work for ourselves. Yeah.
yeah, when we first started the pod, when me and Alex first launched, I think Alex was still working in retail.
Yeah. I was still working. I was working at Adidas.
Alex was still working in retail.
I was working at Adidas.
Anybody who works in retail, there's no consistency in your schedule.
Zero.
But you do have the luxury to say, hey, I'm going to block this day off.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of how he was able to commit to Wednesdays at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Me, I was working 2 days a week with Joe Budden,
Yeah.
and I was an intern. And my other jobs were working in a warehouse? or some shit,
Warehouse,
like,
yeah.
So
Was that before the home? That was before,
no,
after
I was
the-
at the homeless
Homeless
shelter
shelter?
after the warehouse.
Yeah.
So
Oh, shit.
So I'd say all that to say is like when we first started to where we are today, so much has happened, so much has changed.
We've grown.
Wednesdays have been our dedicated day to make this happen and put this out. And it's still going to be that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just have to add to the team.
Retool
You
it.
know, I'm a big proponent of giving opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are like genuinely interested and you're in the tri-state area, New York,
New York.
Brooklyn, Jersey, however you can get here.
You have to
Rochelle.
physically be here.
New
Yeah,
Rochelle.
it's a physically demanding.
It's not a
position.
remote position.
It's not a remote situation that we're looking to add to the team.
Anywhere but Long Island. Yeah.
Watch your
Oh my
fucking
God.
mouth.
See, he loves to talk shit.
your fucking
Loves to
mouth.
talk shit.
Please come from
Anywhere
Long
but
Island.
LA. Nah.
But yeah, we gonna retool some things, and we'll be back sooner than you think.
Yeah, honestly,
Absolutely.
like with elevation, like, you know, there's always like different struggles and more things that you have to take care of. But this is like not something that we wanted to do. We made that clear.
Yeah, we do.
But honestly, it's a blessing in disguise because us being way too busy to be like for you guys to like upload and do the cover art, being way too busy to do that because you have corporate jobs, that's like a blessing. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
good thing. Like
absolutely.
you guys have jobs, that's why you don't want to sit up all night and edit. And now we need more people. The
Right.
team is expanding, so
Make sure
it's not
running-
bad. It's
right?
not bad.
Just to make sure everything is running smoothly. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that way, when we come back, it's like, oh shit, like everything is firing on all levels.
Yeah.
Y'all are getting the content y'all want, and we know we just find new innovative ways to keep y'all around. You
Yeah.
know, so,
One of the best illustrations I've ever heard in relation to this is if you're shooting an arrow, you always got to pull back before you launch.
there you go. So we got to
So-
pull back a little before we make it pow. I love that. I love that analogy, Pierre. That's dope.
I love that too. That was dope. That was
Yeah.
dope. Anything y'all want to say before we,
Once
Say see you later.
again, we'll be back soon.
And stop putting your moms up for collateral.
Oh, we didn't get to
I
that.
didn't
Those
even
were-
get to that shit.
But I respect it because he was depicting, what he used to do and how he wasn't proud of
Real
it.
quick,
and his
real
upward
quick.
trajectory.
Real quick before we get out of here, man. DC's formerly of Love and Hip Hop sat down with Shannon
Shannon Sharp.
on
Club Shay Shay.
on Club Shay Shay, which is Shannon Sharp's podcast. And man, DC's, he used to be in the streets, formerly, of course. And he said to Shannon, like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was a time that I took a few plates, a few keys from the plug, and in return, the plug asked for my mother's address. And this nigga gave the plug the address.
But to his credit, he
Oh
said,
my God.
I'm not gonna talk about.
I don't know if this is, but let me not say credit. What he said though is he said he felt comfortable doing that because he knew he was trying to conduct good street business.
And this has been the Need to Know
But
podcast.
you should never put your mom up for collateral.
This has
And another to his credit,
This is problematic.
he was
here.
depicting
More to his credit.
More to his
been,
credit.
keep giving him credit.
He
yeah.
was depicting how he used to do this, but now he's on to bigger and better things.
See that?
And he's out of the life.
And look, where else are you gonna get all this from? This has been the Need to Know podcast. What you need to know, when you need to know, on Need to Know podcast. Remember, keep it locked. We with you. Bow.
Love y'all.
Love y'all, man. Gang.